The NBA on TNT is brought to you by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? By Nike, who encourages you to participate in the lives of America's youth. And by the more than 1,200 AutoZone stores across America. AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts.
Tonight, that's the capital of the NBA, the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, where in a few moments, Magic and Michael, the Bulls and the Lakers, welcome back to our Atlanta studios. Ernie Johnson along with Reggie Theus. A year ago, it was Michael Jordan who made the comeback. Now it's Magic. The transition for both. Compare them for me, Reg.
Well, first of all, I think there was much more expectation for Michael Jordan's comeback and what he was going to do, but the difference is in their legs. Magic Johnson doesn't really need his legs to play well. He's not a real jump shot shooter. He doesn't have any great speed, and a big part of Magic's game is maneuvering his body, using his body to get fouled. Michael Jordan is all legs. Jump shots, watch how high he gets on his elevation, all of his quickness. He's got one of the best first steps in the game, so he needs that. And when he came back, he did not have NBA basketball legs.
Yeah, Magic Johnson pretty much having to stay in basketball shape. Michael Jordan going the baseball, basketball thing.
Different muscles.
Had to relearn it when he got back to the NBA. So we'll be taking out to the Forum in just a few minutes for that one tonight. Elsewhere around the NBA tonight, the Orlando Magic, you know all about these guys and their big home court winning streaks. 44 straight against Eastern Conference teams in the regular season. Trying to keep that going as the Atlanta Hawks came to town tonight. The ever-popular Shaw-Shaq redemption. Ryan to Shaquille. Little alley-oop action of their own. The Hawks look at Plastic Man Mookie Blaylock to Stacey Augmon with a lefty. Penny, don't blow that bunny, Nick Anderson. Not on that feed from Penny Hardaway. At the half, Orlando in control. Atlanta trying to make a run in the third quarter. Again, it is Stacey Augmon. You just go Plastic and look at him hang in the air and get the lefty to go. And then Orlando takes over to keep the home streak intact. Shaq not wearing the splint tonight on the hand. Look at him go to work down through the paint a couple of times. And then Spud Webb loses the handle. There's Penny. Spud can't catch him. And the Hawks cannot catch the Orlando Magic tonight. That is 30 straight home wins for Orlando, 45 straight against the East in the regular season, and 65 of their last 67. Shaq with 25 and 16 on the night as Orlando beats Atlanta. The Hawks have lost 3 in a row after winning 10 in a row. The Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers at Market Square tonight. Indiana has won 15 in a row at home. How about Larry Bird? Wouldn't that be a sweet comeback? I don't think it's going to happen, though. David Wesley to Todd Day, who had another nice game, 22 points for Boston. Into the first, Ricky Pierce, right off the window, tied up at 21. Now David Wesley. There's Never Nervous at your service, Purvis Ellison. Boston on top, 59-56. Rick Smith's a big night, 31 for the Dutch boy in the paint. And that's a strong move. They're up 63-60, and then it's the Pacers on the run. What Reggie Miller do tonight, you ask? He had 21, and Indiana makes it 16 in a row on their home floor. They beat the Boston Celtics tonight handily, 116-108. The Celtics give up more points per game than anybody else in the league at 108, and the Pacers go for 116 against them tonight. The Portland Trail Blazers and the Washington Bullets at US Air, and it's a 113-97 Washington win. How about George Murasan, 21 points, 16 rebounds. He's had double-doubles in 10 of his last 14 games, and that's 22 wins for the Bullets, who had 21 all of last year. The Phoenix Suns and the Cleveland Cavaliers, that was game 1 of our TNT doubleheader, and boy, I hope you didn't miss it. It's a huge win for the Cavs. Phoenix really looked dog-tired on their road trip. Cleveland wins at 107-85. They drained a bunch of three-pointers in that game, and it was never close. Minnesota and San Antonio. You know, it's been 13 games in a row the Spurs have beaten Minnesota in San Antonio. Minnesota has never won at the Alamo Dome. Last time they won there, it was still at the Hemisphere. It's a 77-70 game in the fourth quarter. Along the same lines, the Clippers have never won at the Delta Center. Last time they beat Utah at their place, it was at the Salt Palace, and Utah has a 56-50 halftime lead over the Clips. Still to come tonight, the New Jersey Nets and the Vancouver Grizzlies, just underway at the Garage, as we affectionately call General Motors Place in Vancouver. And the Toronto Raptors and the Golden State Warriors. We had a tough decision. Do we carry that game tonight, or do we carry the Chicago-Los Angeles game? We've opted for the Laker game, and it's coming up next on TNT. The Lakers and the Bulls. There is Michael Jordan. Those guys are 40-3. Are you believing that? and they're going to try to go 41-3 at Magic's expense. We'll be back. Showtime, moments away. The Lake Show, call it what you will. The Lakers and the Bulls, Michael and Magic, coming right up on TNT as tip-off approaches from the Great Western Forum. The Bulls have won 17 in a row. The Lakers have won 4 in a row. What's your feeling on this one? I think it's great timing for the Lakers. I mean, the Bulls have won 17 in a row. They have got to have a bad game sooner or later. Scottie Pippen's a little bit injured. Kukoc is injured. Luke Longley is on injured reserve. And the hype, the Magic and the Lakers are ready to win this game. Hey, teams have been saying for the last 3 weeks these guys are due for a downer. That's very true. But it's bound to happen. I think with the injuries, the Bulls are not a great team from 1 to 10, but they are a great unit. And when you start taking pieces out of that unit, Michael's going to have to really elevate to get over the hype in L.A. right now. The Bulls with a record of 40-3. We have never said that about any other team ever in the history of the NBA. They are the new record holders. And tonight, they take that 17-game winning streak to the Forum. It's next on TNT.
Magic Johnson and the LA Lakers won 5 championships in the 80s. Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls captured 3 straight NBA titles in the 90s. 4.5 years ago, they met in the finals as Jordan and the Bulls captured their first crown. At the Olympics in Barcelona, they both took home the gold. Michael left the game to try a new sport. Magic's health forced him to retire. Last season, Jordan returned to the Bulls in the NBA because he missed the competition. Last Tuesday, Magic returned purely for the love of the sport. Tonight, 2 future Hall of Famers are back in the hardwood again.
Where I ever played with baseball.
Yeah, we've got a lot of palm trees here, and it's an area known for its celebrities. But the 2 biggest stars in the land, on this night at least, are on the hardwood. We're at the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California. The Chicago Bulls and the Los Angeles Lakers meeting for the 2nd time tonight. And, of course, Magic and Michael getting together for the first time in 4.5 years. Good evening, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist. Welcome to Southern California. 1,695 nights ago, June 12, 1991, the last time Michael and Magic met each other on this floor, the finals of the NBA. Chicago won that game in the series 4-1. Little did we dream that night that both would leave the sport so soon, nor I think could any of us have envisioned in the ensuing months that they would both one day be back in the league. And yet here they are, and we are the better for it. They talked about each other.
One thing about Michael, he'll laugh and smile with you, just like he did in shoot around with me. He'll smile, hug me, you know. What's up, my boy? Yeah. He trying to soften you up. He gonna kill you. See, then he gonna smile and laugh with you after the game. See, Michael is like that. That's why you almost can't beat him, and Danny knows. See, he'll smile with you. See, he'll smile with Charles, and then he'll go kill him. And Charles will be like, he'd be still smiling. Yeah, Michael. Okay, I'll see you in a minute, Charles. Let me dunk one. Oh, what'd you say, Charles? Let me dunk it on. Oh, yeah, Charles. Hey, yeah. See, that's how Michael is. So you got to watch Michael. That's why I didn't want him to touch me today. Get back. I'm not your friend till after the game is over. See, because I know him.
This is the wildest of all dreams, you know. When we retired, at least when I retired, I knew that was it, you know. And then I think out of true love for the game, basketball, it has drawn us back, you know, to enjoy it. And I think we enjoyed it the second time around from a mental, you know, from just the relaxation atmosphere, not the money, the business that is surrounding it. It's just fun to play a game of basketball for the challenge of facing some of the young talent and competing against them and trying to beat them. I think so. That's all has played around our return, and now it's just like mentor against mentor, or age or knowledge against knowledge, and I think that too has a great excitement to it.
Well, the Danny that Magic referred to as my partner, Danny Ainge. You played against Magic and Michael for many years, Danny. You know them both so well. You must have some special feelings about tonight.
Oh, Vern, Magic made me crack up because he's exactly right about Michael. And I know Michael not only playing all the basketball games I've played with him, but also on the golf course I've had a chance to play with him, and that's when you really find the true character. He wants to kill you. We were playing in the finals as a member of the Phoenix Suns, and Charles Barkley was at Michael's restaurant eating dinner with him, and I was very nervous about that whole scenario. Michael obviously killed us, but this is really a special night. Vern, I never thought these guys would either one of them come back. Now they're both back. I can't remember a more exciting regular season game in the history of the NBA, for that matter, and I'm just excited to be here. I can't wait.
Well, we are, all of us who love this game, thrilled by what is going to happen. We trust tonight. And there is a game to be played. We got two pretty good teams playing. The Lakers come in, they've won 4 in a row. They're 7 over 500. The Bulls are running roughshod over the league. They won again last night. 40-3. What do you expect from them?
40-3 is incredible. I mean, we've been talking about it. We've been doing these games for the last couple of weeks. Chicago is absolutely fantastic. They're definitely the elite team in the NBA. I think the presence of Magic all of a sudden makes them one of the top teams in the West. But tonight it's going to be a good game because Tony Kukoc isn't going to play. Luke Longley's not going to play. 2 of Chicago's top 6 players are out, so that should give LA an opportunity to win.
Now our national anthem, and here is Miss Shantae Moore.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Tony Cusack on the left, Charlie Sheen, a couple of members of the A-list. There are more. Jack Nicholson, we are told, is on location in Florida. Flew all the way back, got here about a half an hour ago. You knew he wasn't going to miss a night like this.
Well, you know, he said he was in there filming something and in Miami, and he wasn't going to make it to the game. But now the guy flies all the way across country just to make it to this game. That just shows you how huge this game is.
And now for the introduction of the starting lineups, the public address
Good evening,
announcer,
ladies and
Lawrence
gentlemen.
Tanner.
Welcome to the Great Western Forum for tonight's NBA contest between the visitors from the Central Division of the Eastern Conference, the visiting Chicago Bulls. And the home team, your Los Angeles Lakers. Let's meet the starting lineup first for the visiting Chicago Bulls. At 1 forward, number 33 in his 9th campaign from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen. The other forward is number 91, now in his 10th year from Southeastern Oklahoma State, Dennis Rodman. Starting at center, number 34, now in his 9th season from St. John's, Bill Whittington. At 1 guard, number 9, in his 10th campaign from Miami of Ohio, Ron Harper. And the other guard is number 23, in his 11th year from North Carolina, Michael Jordan. Trainer for the Bulls, Chip Schaefer. The assistant coaches are Jim Clemens, John Paxton, Jimmy Rogers, and Tex Winter. Head coach of the Bulls, Phil Jackson. starting lineup for the home team, your Los Angeles Lakers. At 1 forward, number 23 in his 6th year from Cal State Fullerton, co-captain Cedric Ceballos. The other forward is number 41, also in his 6th year from Clemson, Eldon Campbell. Starting at center, number 12 in his 7th season from Serbia, Vlade Divac. At 1 guard, number 25 in his 2nd year from Temple, Eddie Jones. And the other guard is number 9 in his 3rd campaign from Cincinnati, co-captain Nick Van Exel. Trainer for the Lakers,
Del Harris, the head coach of the Lakers, and let's take a look at the matchups for tonight's encounter. Scottie Pippen against Ceballos, Rodman and Campbell, Wennington and Divac, Harper and Jones, and Jordan and Van Exel. And let's check in right now with our colleague Cheryl Miller.
Thanks a lot, Vern. Well, being a native here, I can honestly say that this city is absolutely rejuvenated. Now, you have to understand that Los Angeles, over the past 4 years, hasn't had a whole lot to smile about. From the Rodney King incident to losing 2 NFL franchises and following the O.J. Simpson trial. However, since the announcement of his return, a lot of people feel with Irving Johnson back, so is the magic in Los Angeles. Vern, Danny?
All right, Cheryl. And words spoken from a young woman who grew up in this city and loves it dearly.
And I think she's rejuvenated.
Well, Dennis didn't change the color of his hair. I thought maybe we had a shot at that.
It's starting to grow out a little bit, though.
Lakers have won 4 in a row, 8 of their last 9. The Bulls have been extraterrestrial. They have won 18 in a row, 40-3. They are 18-3. On the road.
Cedric just threw me a pass, Vern. That's the first pass he threw me in 3 years I played with him.
It's the first pass he's thrown to anybody.
Actually, you know, one thing about Magic coming back, Cedric Ceballos threw a couple passes the other night. We were sitting there watching the game. They were pretty special passes, and we said, he's contagious. If Cedric can pass, anybody can pass.
Paul Mihalik, Bill Spooner, and Joe Borgia are the officiating crew. Luke Longley is on the injured list, probably back after the All-Star game, so Bill Wennington gets his 3rd start of the season. He started last night in Sacramento and scored 14 points. And Tony Kukoc is not available for the Bulls tonight. So 2 key members of their lineup are not going to be available at all. Ron Harper has it now, picked up by Nick Van Exel. Rodman guarded by Eldon Campbell. Here's Scottie Pippen for 3.
Scotty's been shooting incredible. You know, the Bulls are leading the NBA in 3-point shooting, and Scotty's been the biggest beneficiary of that. He is shooting over 44% from the 3-point line.
Divac in the post-up. Harper with the double. That leaves Eddie Jones open, and Jones cans one.
Well, we can see early in the game, the Lakers really want to take advantage of the inside game. And the Bulls know that, and so they're going to fill the ball out. Oh, my gosh. This crowd is incredible. They're really into this game already, Vern.
Los Angeles 3rd in the NBA in steals, and they get that one, and Eddie Jones has 5 points. Rodman gives it off to Pippen, who loses the ball. Chicago averaging 15 turnovers per game. Here's Eddie Jones, guarded by Ron Harper. They look inside for Eldon Campbell. Nice give and go.
Jones slashes. That's the matchup they want to take advantage of. They don't think Wennington or Rodman can guard Eldon Campbell. Eldon Campbell had an excellent series last year against Dennis Rodman in San Antonio. Right here, a beautiful feed. Eldon Campbell had 8 assists last game. A lot of that has to do with, I think, playing with Magic, and that it's contagious, that passing attitude.
Foul was on Wennington, his first, and Eddie Jones, who had only 6 points in the win against Golden State on Tuesday night, has every point for Los Angeles thus far in the game.
Pippen looks inside. Here's Jordan. Hasn't taken a shot yet. There's his first. Michael's been struggling from the floor in the last 2 games. Might have been with us on Tuesday night. He was 7 of 26 against Houston. Last night, Jordan was 7 of 16. He did score 27 in the win that second night.
Vern, we can not expect to see that tonight. Michael's been waiting for this game. Like Magic said in the opening, he's a quiet assassin.
Eldon Campbell has really picked up his game in the last dozen or so. Los Angeles perfect from the floor. Jordan. Eddie Jones, now Harper in the low post to Wennington. Guts and kicks it, throws it away. Eddie Jones, 2-on-3. Jones, Ceballos. It's going to go the other way. Let's see if Jordan pulls up and takes the jumper. Yep. Saves it. Ron Harper. 9:35 to go opening quarter. In and out. Rodman tips it. Got it. His first. He had 21 rebounds last night, equaling his season high. Here's Wennington. Putback from Rodman is good. He's got 2 rebounds and 2 points.
You know, I'm not so sure that Scotty didn't see Rodman wide open under the basket right there, but he couldn't make the feed to him. That might have been a pass off the backboard.
10-7 ball game. 9-13. Expect Magic Johnson to come in about the 7-minute mark. Divac on the line. Call made by Paul Mahalik. Second Los Angeles turnover, 3 for Chicago. And the Lakers up by 3. Pippen will stroll across the timeline. Alley-oop. Scottie Pippen wasn't quite there. That's 4 Chicago turnovers. Here's Ceballos. All the way. Offensive foul.
That's a good defensive play by Ron Harper, establishing position. He knows Cedric doesn't like to pass. He's read the scouting report. Cedric is one of the best in the league at finishing on the fast break.
Time has been called. Eddie Jones has propelled the Lakers to a lead.
Wednesday night doubleheader on TBS. First, Penny meets Grant Hill in an all-star matchup. Magic versus the Pistons. Then, Magic Johnson is back. Nets versus the Lakers. Wednesday night beginning at 8 Eastern on TBS.
Tony Kukoc in civvies tonight. Sprained ankle happened last night.
That's a matchup the Lakers really fear. Tony Kukoc's quickness against Magic coming in off the bench at the 4 spot. They really feared being able to keep his penetration stopped. Well, Eldon Campbell sees the double team. Ron Harper just turned his head. Eddie Jones is a great slasher, excellent outside shooter. It's very tough to defend both of those. And that's why they have to double team, because Eldon will think will have his day in the low post on Wennington.
Pippen, Rodman, Harper, Michael Jordan, and Wennington. As we said, Wennington with 14 points last night in his 3rd start. This is his 2nd start. This is his 3rd. And there's his favorite shot.
That's their old triangle play. They set the guard pick on the center. Nobody switches out. Wennington shoots a wide open free throw.
And the Bulls cut it to 1, 10-9. Now Jordan has Van Exel. Off the dribble, Van Exel. Then off the glass.
Well, that's a mismatch on the perimeter. Van Exel's very quick off the dribble. Michael has a tough time defending the quicker point guards in the league.
Jordan with the miss. Vlade Divac has it. 3-on-3. Van Exel dishes left side. Ceballos. That's a 3.
Ceballos is only shooting 20%, Vern, from the 3-point line. But he's one of those kind of guys, he thinks he can make the next one every time. He's got no conscience.
He was unconscious here on Tuesday night. 15 of 18 from the field. Here's Pippen with a finger roll short. Campbell with the rebound. 2-on-3. Van Exel, beauty. Oh, that was nice.
Uh-oh, Van Exel looks like he got hit in the thigh. He got kneed in the thigh. Good play by Van Exel. There's Ceballos. He's the best in the league at finishing on those fast breaks.
A 7-0 run now by the Lakers. Here's Ron Harper. Quickly around the perimeter. Pippen for 3. Too strong. That's a nice tip by Rodman.
Yeah, and Divac had to rotate off of Rodman to go pick up Pippen, who was wide open at the three-point line.
6-point game now. Ceballos over Pippen. Nope. Rodman with a rebound. That's 4 rebounds for Rodman. Now Jordan. Rodman finds Harper. They look for Pippen, low post. 10 on the shot clock. Jordan saves it. Now 5 on the shot clock. Foul before the shot. Ceballos. Magic Johnson is entering the game. His wife Cookie among those who stayed seated.
Well, the referees had to inbound the ball, otherwise that could have gone on for 20 minutes.
Right. Here's Wennington. Got another one. Rattles around and falls through.
You notice they put Magic on Wennington. They don't think that Wennington's going to try to take advantage of Magic down the low post.
Campbell gets the long rebound, kicks it back outside to Van Exel. Magic has it. Eldon Campbell. Whistle and a foul call. Bill Wennington, his second. And that's going to be serious for Chicago if he gets in trouble. The backup is 19-year veteran James Edwards.
And James Edwards can score offensively, but I don't know how many minutes he'll be able to play effectively. He hasn't played a lot this season. Just came off the injured list last game and played very limited minutes then.
Played 5 minutes last night. He was 3 of 3. There's James Edwards. Eldon Campbell at the free throw line.
James Edwards can still score, Vern. I'm sure we're going to see a little bit of him tonight, and they'll go to him in the low post.
Back to a 6-point game. Pippen brings it across the timeline. 18-game winning streak. Here's Jordan. Fadeaway jumper. Got it.
Oh, what an incredible shot. Right there, Eldon Campbell, a good shot blocker, was right in Michael's face as he faded away on the baseline.
Jordan has 4. Campbell. Wennington can't get his 3rd foul. Has to give way, and Campbell has it.
Chicago's going to have to come down and double up. That's the matchup LA is going to exploit the whole game if they allow it.
5.5 to go opening quarter. And a foul called on George Lynch, who's on the floor. Take a look at Jordan in that shot you talked about.
You know, Vern, what Michael does as compared to what Magic does, Michael's takes so much more energy. Here he explodes to the basket, sees Campbell there, and just fades away from the 7-foot shot blocker. That's incredible.
Here's Jordan again. Pump fake. Wow!
And because he's hit his last 2 fadeaways, Eddie Jones has to respect it and gives up a dunk. That's why you have to live or die with Michael's fadeaway.
Now Jordan on Van Exel. See if Van Exel tries to take him off the dribble again. They're going to run a little 2-man play. Here's Magic in the low post. The point power forward. And something you never see in the league except when he's back in uniform.
Well, Magic has got to earn the respect. The Bulls are not going to double team him. They think Rodman can handle him, and they're going to make him make a few of those before they double team him and let him become the passer.
There's the fadeaway again. In and out into the hands of Van Exel. From the corner. Air ball. Rodman with a rebound. Here comes Pippen running, but it's 1-on-4. Skip pass. Harper. Wennington with the rebound. Rodman calls for it, and the Bulls go to the half court.
Now we need to work on Magic's box-out drill right there. He let Wennington go right by him for that offensive board.
Here's Pippen. Yes. Well, you know, Magic this morning told us he's not in basketball shape at all.
He's not. You can tell he's not. He's breathing hard right now, even just a few times up and down the court. And plus, all the excitement and the emotion that's going into these first few games. I think once he gets over that, the game will come easier as well.
No double. They'll let Rodman take him. Or vice versa. Foul on Rodman. Magic said he's played him many times.
And these guys played in the finals for 2 straight years in the late 80s. Right there, they need to stop that. They can't allow Dennis to do that. That's where fights break out with more frustration. Fortunately, Magic's a classy guy, and he's not going to start that stuff.
Anthony Peeler has come on the floor now, number 1 for the Lakers. So it's Peeler and Johnson, Van Exel, Campbell, and Eddie Jones. Again, no double. Now the double comes late from Harper. And the Lakers throw it away.
I think what the Lakers need to do when Magic's not being doubled is they still need to have movement on the perimeter. They're just standing and watching, hoping Magic gets doubled. But if he doesn't get doubled, they need to have slashers. Magic will find you.
Here's Pippen. Well, he could have pitched a tent in that three-point in the lane.
Well, Scotty, when he's hitting those threes and scoring on the inside, that's when people are saying he's an MVP candidate. He's doing it all tonight so far.
Peeler at the other end. 3-point game once more. A steal. Eddie Jones. Oh, what a play. Anthony Peeler takes the jumper short. Johnson with a rebound. Loses it. Loose ball. Harper dives out of bounds. Lakers have it.
That's a good play by Magic. Magic is the one who stripped the ball out of Pippen's hands. Eddie Jones came up with it, made a spectacular play.
To watch the Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk, featuring the best slam dunkers in the NBA. Saturday, February 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern on TNT. And play the Nestle Instant Win Rapper game. Look for this in-store display. Inside specially marked Nestle candy bars is a chance to win a trip to the '97 NBA Finals and thousands of other great prizes. The Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk. It's crunch time. February 10th, 7 Eastern on TNT.
This program is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the National Basketball Association. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the expressed written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
.253 to go first quarter. Let's go back, Danny, and take a look at the Lakers on offense.
Well, they're going to post up this Bill Winnington. He's got 2 fouls. And right here, everyone's staying at home with their man. Right here, there's no weak side help. It's just going to allow Winnington and Campbell to play one-on-one in the low post. Winnington's got 2 fouls, and Campbell's going to have a field day if they don't double down. And Vern, this sky hook by Magic, he beat us in the finals in '87 with that same shot. That's a lost art in basketball today.
Denzel Washington among those who is in attendance tonight. Van Exel, Johnson. Vlade Divac is back on the floor now for Eldon Campbell, Anthony Peeler, and Jones. Here's Magic Johnson. Rodman has him. There's the jump hook. Nope, too strong. Rodman with another rebound. He's got 6.
Good move by Magic.
Bulls have not led. Yet they trail by as many as 8. It's a 3-point deficit right now. There's Rodman. Pippen with the entry pass to James Edwards, who can score, as you said.
That guy can do that shot. He can fade left, he can fade right, he can draw the fouls. He knows how to score. I just don't know how much he's got in those 39-year-old legs. I've been teasing him about it all week.
2:03 to go first quarter, 25-24. There's Johnson, kicks it back outside to Van Exel. Now Peeler guarded by Harper. Jumper is short, rebound Peeler. Misses again, Rodman with his 7th rebound. And Chicago has a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. Pippen calls for it in the low post. Chicago leads.
Well, Pippen, that's a tough mismatch for Eddie Johnson. He's a couple inches shorter than Pippen. Pippen is on a roll right now. He's very hot. They need to find some ways to shut him down or double team him, make him give the ball up.
Pippen, the first bull in double figures. Here's Divac taking a lesson from Magic Johnson, but he misses as well. A 9-2 Chicago run fueled by Scottie Pippen's 10 points in all. Harden looks for James Edwards. Peeler over his back. There's the slasher. Rodman with the putback. Nope. Here come the Lakers running, which they wanted to do tonight. Van Exel. Jones travels. Eddie Jones with the turnover. We've got less than a minute remaining before a sellout crowd at the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California. First time Michael and Magic have been on the same floor since June 12, 1991. On that night, Magic Johnson had a triple-double, 20 assists. Michael Jordan had 32 points. The Bulls won it 108-102, and they won the NBA championship, their first of 3 in a row. Anthony Peeler with the foul.
Well, Scottie Pippen's off to a hot start here in the first quarter with 10 points. Del Harris countered by bringing Corey Blunt, a little bigger body than Eddie Jones and Cedric Ceballos, try to cool him down.
And Steve Kerr comes on the floor now for the Chicago Bulls. Kerr with 14 points last night to go with 17 he had on Tuesday night in the win over Houston.
He's really been shooting the ball well from the three-point line.
Jordan. Michael has 8. And the Bulls are up by 3. And Jordan settles in defensively against Anthony Peeler and gets the steal. He's 4th in the league in steals among everything else he's doing. Corey Blunt. Well, the Bulls are just going to take their time, and they'll begin the play with 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Double. That's not going to go. Shot clock violation.
Well, booted that time. It takes him a long time to shoot that fadeaway shot. Just took him a little too long. It was a good executed play. You know he's going to make that shot.
Divac will inbound. Ultimately. And James Edwards will defend it. Van Exel.
Got it, baby! You know, you gotta love guys that shoot that. There's so many guys in the league that don't even try that because they're afraid of ruining their field goal percentage. But if you want to win, you gotta shoot those. A lot of guys make these. I've seen hundreds of these shots made throughout my career. That's beautiful.
Bombs away. We've reached the end of 1. Aren't you glad you decided to stay up? Ready for the second quarter. The Great Western Forum. Van Exel's 3-point shot from midcourt tied it up at 28 all. Vern Lundquist, Danny Ainge, and Cheryl Miller. Michael and Magic meeting for the 13th time in a regular season game. And Danny, their statistics are reflective of really their career averages.
Well, they're different kinds of players, so you really can't compare their statistics. The key is they're 6-6. But I asked Magic about this comparison. He says, hey, Michael's ahead 4-1 on me in the playoffs with a championship. That's all that matters. 1991. Here's Magic, guarded by Rodman. And a foul away from the ball. Well, we're going to see, Vern, right here, they've decided to go with Judd Bushler off the bench instead of Tony Kukoc. Gone with a smaller lineup, and Judd's going to try to handle Ceballos. And Bushler picks up the foul, first of the quarter. Rodman with 9 already. Lakers, not a strong rebounding team. They've been out-rebounded on a per-game basis by about 3. Here's Divac. Fights with James Edwards. Hook is a little too strong, and Rodman's in double digits with rebounds. He's got 10. He loves playing in L.A. He talked all year last year about being a free agent at the end of this year and playing for the Lakers and starting his movie career.
Well, he's got a heck of a time to audition. Here's Bushler to Kerr, a couple of Arizona grads. Nice pass. The tip is up and good from Rodman.
Oh, he's having a great game. Someone's got to keep him off the boards. But Pippen is drawing so much attention that they have to leave him to help out, and Rodman's getting every tip in.
Points from Dennis are a bonus. He's got 6 so far to go with his 10 rebounds. Here's Magic Johnson. Pippen makes a wave at a double team. 7 on the shot clock. Left-handed jump hook. Got it.
Well, Magic is determined to earn the respect. He wants all the NBA teams watching him. You guys got to double me, because he'd rather pass in that situation than have to score. So Chicago's playing good, and that's a good strategy against Magic.
Pippen. Well.
He's too good, Vern.
Bulls up by 3 again. Magic Johnson backs in, rejected by Pippen. Peeler saves it. From the corner, Ceballos. Yes!
The guys are rising to the occasion for this game. What an excellent block by Scottie Pippen. Unfortunately, went right into the hands of Ceballos. Again, only shooting 20%. Knocks down 2 in a row.
Lakers are 4 of 4 on 3-point shots so far in the game, including that rainbow from Van Exel that ended the quarter. Bushler. Here's James Edwards. There's the fadeaway. Got it again.
Boy, that's not bad defense by the Lakers. There's not a lot you can do when a 7-footer shooting fadeaways.
Johnson with the elbow. Foul on James Edwards. Let's go back and take a look at Magic.
Well, they're going to live or die with this. Rodman's just trying to body him as much as he can. Magic execute, hits the good shot. He tries to do the same thing, coming with his right hand, and he gets by Rodman, but Ceballos had brought Pippen under the baseline, enabled him to block that shot.
Kerr has Sadeo 3, who's on the floor now. And there's Anthony Peeler. James Edwards with the rebound. Chicago will run. Here's Pippen. Wow. 15 points and the steal from Kerr. Bushler. Rodman.
Are they any good? Yeah, that's good defense. That was a horrible pass by Magic, taking the ball out of bounds and throwing it without looking up here. That's not like Magic, and he knows it.
Lakers call timeout. Scottie Pippen has fueled a 6-point Chicago lead. Dennis Rodman's had a part 2. If you want to run with the Bulls, you don't have to go to Pamplona. You could be here at the Great Western Forum. Magic Johnson talked about tempo that he'd like to have in this game.
Chicago really only runs when you get to shooting them jumpers, and then they kill you. See, that's when they kill you. If we come out here running, and we just taking shots, they're going to kill us. They're going to blow us out. But if we come run, but run with caution. Best example, Celtics. Run, but they ran with caution. If it was there, they took the layup. If it wasn't there, they pulled it out. And that's what we have to do. If the layup is there or a quality shot is there, take it. But you just coming down firing just to be firing, you can't do that against them.
Well, you know, when I played with the Celtics, I always thought a good wide-open three-pointer was just like a layup. So we let them fly whenever we came running on the break. But Magic is saying you run when you have an advantage. When you don't have an advantage, you execute your offense.
Check the lineups now. Sadeo 3, Campbell, Eddie Jones, Divac, and Ceballos on the floor for the Lakers. Dickie Simpkins has come on the floor for the Chicago Bulls, and there's another Laker turnover. So it's Simpkins and Kerr, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, and James Edwards on the floor for Chicago.
Well, the Lakers need to get Vlade Divac involved in the offense. He's had a few opportunities and hasn't made them pay. He needs to make them pay.
Edwards got another one.
They might.
The lead is 8. Sadeo 3. His minutes have decreased in the last dozen games or so, and he's only averaging 5.5 points over that period of time. 8:25 to go before halftime. Bulls are 6 of 8 in the second period now after that miss. Here's Sadeo 3.
And that ball bounced to the ground. They did a good job of boxing out, but then again, they didn't have Dennis Rodman in there to box out.
And Magic gets a rest now as well. Back it goes to 3. Ceballos right.
3 in a row, Vern.
11 points for Cedric Ceballos. The lead is 5, 41-36. Lakers at 25-18. They've won 8 of their last 9. Their last defeat was at home against Cleveland on the 20th. Here's the turnaround. That one would have counted. Chased down by Sedale 3. .7:25 to go. First half of play. Campbell backs in and jump hook too strong. Pippen with a rebound. That's his first rebound tonight. Pulls up and takes the 3. Jordan.
That's spectacular. Scottie Pippen finally misses a shot. There's another offensive rebound. The Bulls are killing the Lakers on the offensive board and second chance points so far in this game.
Remember last Tuesday night against Houston? Same thing. There's Pippen with a near steal. And it's going to be off Divac. Judd Bushler comes back on the floor, and they're going to give Scottie Pippen a rest. San Antonio wins tonight, and Cleveland in the game you saw earlier tonight.
Another great player making his comeback tonight, Danny Manning for Phoenix.
Right. Well, you and I get to continue the Chicago Victory Tour in Phoenix next Tuesday night. It's been like a coronation for them on the road this year.
I'm telling you, Vern, it's the Beatles.
Listen, with all that's going on here tonight, if Elvis is not here, Lisa Marie's got to be. Here's Jones.
Elvis is here. He's wearing number 23 in red right there.
Right. Vancouver leading New Jersey and Golden State over Toronto, the 2 expansion teams in action tonight. Simpkins back out to Kerr. Jordan is being shadowed by Eddie Jones. For a pass. And the foul.
Well, that's a patented Michael move. He starts backing his man down. He sees the double coming from the top. He spins away from the double team. Right here, he knows the double team. Ceballos is coming over. He wants the shot. Campbell, it takes 3 guys to defend him. That was a pretty good shot block right there by Campbell.
Foul is called on Campbell. Magic Johnson back off the bench. 10 minutes thus far in the first half. And Simpkins, who's a 60% free throw shooter, gives you an example of why.
Well, the Lakers need to make a run right here and get back in this game with Scottie Pippen taking a rest. He has been the killer for them tonight.
An offer for Simpkins. And here comes Nick Van Exel. He's joined now by Magic Johnson, Campbell, Ceballos, and Jones. So the starting 5, with the exception of Johnson, on the floor now. Well, Divac is getting the rest. He was one of the starters. There's Campbell. Knocked away by James Edwards. Kerr has it. Bushler, touch pass. Dickie Simpkins. Jordan guarded by Eddie Jones, right corner. No. Offensive board again, Danny.
They're not boxing out. That wasn't a bad bounce. The Magic should have had that ball. He needs to put a body on Simpkins. He can't jump like he used to jump.
9 offensive rebounds for Chicago. Bushler in the corner. 5 on the shot clock. Simpkins to Jordan. Taken away by Ceballos. Here's Van Exel. Kerr had position, and there's a no call. Are you kidding me?
Well, that was good defense by Kerr.
At the other end, Michael Jordan has 12 points.
But Michael just goes through the whole defense right here. Magic and Campbell back away. They got to contest that. They got to either put him on the free throw line or contest it. He goes through all 3 guys right there. Campbell looks like he jumps away from him.
Scottie Pippen got a brief rest. He's going to come back on for Bushler. Bill Wennington, who picked up 2 quick fouls, is also going to re-enter the game.
Well, James Edwards is getting tired, but he did an excellent job. Divac and Campbell have yet to score on him in the low post, and he was able to get 6 points at the other end.
Again, if you did join us late, Luke Longley is on the injured list, and Tony Kukoc unavailable to play tonight because of the sprained knee. Johnson for 3. Looked like the shot at the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know, that was the part of the game he wasn't satisfied with in the first game. He said he needed me to come back for him to shoot those threes for him, but I've seen Magic shoot those threes, and he can really nail them when he gets hot.
Listen, he gave you a shot 2 hours before the game, and you blew it.
I know it. Hey, I'm not ready yet, Vern. I told him I need to wait until May to come back.
Van Exel. Johnson. Van Exel pulls up and takes it off the mark. Rodman is battling for the rebound and gets it. 12 rebounds for Rodman. We've still got 4 to go before halftime. Campbell has this floor. Lakers love to run. Sabonis loves to shoot. Rodman loves to rebound.
He's been on the court for 20 seconds and got 2 more rebounds.
Boy, he's got to consider this a perfect world tonight.
Well, right now the Lakers just aren't as executing as well on the fast break as the Chicago Bulls are.
The NBA on TNT is brought to you by Chrysler Corporation and its divisions, and by Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
3:47 to go, first half of play. Bulls up by 6. Let's see what Cheryl Miller's up to.
Thanks a lot, Vern and Danny. Well, with me is Sinbad, who really doesn't need any introduction, comedian and actor extraordinaire. And you watched Magic before he retired, and you're seeing the bigger version of Irvin. What do you think about his play so far?
No, I'm telling you something, the brother's bad no matter what. It's amazing that somebody can come back after 5 years and not playing pro basketball and come back and play as well as he did the first game and be able to run with these guys, man. It's cool watching it, man.
Now, how huge are these tickets out? You're looking around, we're both looking around and noticing how crowded it is, and just a few weeks ago.
I had to go through a ticket agency to get these tickets. I could have bought a house. and I probably pissed off about 5, 6, 7 people because I blocked them in with my van. So if the black van's mine, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Righty. Well, we're going to take you right back to... Hey, Vern, take it away.
Okay, Cheryl, that'll only cost Sinbad $85 to get it out of the pound. Here's Johnson, Sabonis for 3. Rodman, my gracious, 14 rebounds.
He's having a fun time out there, Vern. There's a lot of rebounds to be had right now. A lot of perimeter shots by the Lakers.
Rodman also has chipped in with 8 points, equaling his season high. No, beg your pardon, he had 12 earlier. Here's Jordan. Another offensive board for the Bulls. Scottie Pippen, that's 10 offensive rebounds. And we've still got 2:50 to go in the first half. Double comes to Van Exel. And they're going to call the offensive foul on Michael.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good call by the official. Michael has a tendency to do that on occasion. Usually gets away with it. Good defense by Eddie Jones right there. But the reason Pippen got that offensive rebound was because it took 2 guys to try to box out Rodman.
Lead is at 8. The largest Los Angeles lead was also at 8. That was 17-9. And Pippen and Rodman kind of took things over. Here's Magic Johnson. This time Wennington does come to help. That leaves Eddie Jones as the open man, and it leaves Rodman with his 15th rebound. 1-5. Well, he passes on the shot. I thought he might take it. Wennington bounce pass. Jordan. Loose ball. Campbell. Jump ball. Campbell and Pippen.
Vern Rodman's not going to take that shot. He wants the rebounds.
You're right.
He's on a pace to get 50 tonight.
15 already.
He knows he has a lot of rebounds as well. He's not going to get involved in the rotations, and he's not going to shoot any on the perimeter. He's going straight to the boards tonight.
Eddie Jones will sit down, and Anthony Peeler comes on. 2:12 to go before halftime. That one's going to be off Sabonis, so Chicago will control it. (47-39). Kerr. Pippen has 17 so far. Wennington put a patent on it.
Well, they double-teamed Scotty, and that's a layup for Wennington. That's the best part of his game. That's how he stayed in the league, shooting that 15-foot jumper. You can't concede that. Someone has to rotate out of the double team to stop Wennington.
First double-digit lead of the night. It belongs to the Bulls. A 16-6 Chicago run. Campbell goes to his right and takes the left-handed shot, and Michael Jordan brings it down. Here's the pass to Pippen, back to Kerr, and he takes the jumper. Got it. That's for 2.
And that's why Kerr's in the league. Like Wennington, they can shoot those outside shots. Kerr has been very patient. He's been on the court the entire second quarter, and that's the first shot he's attempted because that's the first time he's been open.
Congratulatory arm around from Scottie Pippen, a 22nd timeout called by the Lakers. Well, I'll give you an idea of how significant this game is perceived to be here in Los Angeles. Chick Hearn is tonight broadcasting his 2,828th consecutive game as a broadcaster for the Los Angeles Lakers. 28-28. There's Chick right above the C. 2,828. He said, was quoted in the paper this morning in the Los Angeles Times as saying this is the most significant regular season game he can remember in Laker history.
Vern, I can't remember any other significant game other than Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor at the time against Elvin Hayes back in 1967 in the Astrodome, wasn't it?
It was in the Astrodome and attracted a crowd of 50,000. And it was one of the first nationally televised basketball games that was not in the NCAA tournament back then. Coming up on the Reebok halftime report, Magic's good friend Reggie Theus is back with Ernie Johnson in our Atlanta studio. Wennington gets his 3rd foul. I congratulated Bill tonight on him being the stellar attraction and getting these stars out here. I may have to take that back. James Edwards is going to amble on for Bill Wennington.
Well, this doesn't hurt him too bad. James Edwards had an excellent first half so far, scoring the low post, playing good post defense. Campbell and Divac, they need some scoring out of them. That's where they thought they had the advantage going into this game, and they haven't produced yet.
Divac zipped tonight. Pippen overplays him. There's Divac, the double from Jordan. That leaves Peter open. And that's going to be Chicago ball.
Well, now we just said Divac hasn't produced, but he did his job right there. He was very patient, got the ball in the low post. The double team came because Pippen was defending him. They had a mismatch. Anthony Peeler needs to knock those down and make them pay.
Lakers got off to such a wonderful start in the game. They hit 9 of their first 11 field goals. They're 4 of 16 in the second quarter. So they've gone chilly. Might as well be in Omaha.
Boy, Peter got beat baseline bad that time by Michael. Michael was getting the pick and roll set for him. Peeler took his eye off of Michael. When you're defending Michael Jordan, or Elvis as we call him, you can't take your eye off him. He's looking for the pick. Michael beats him baseline.
Not in the bonus yet. 39 seconds remaining in the half. Pippen for 3.
You know, the game just is too easy for these guys right now, Vern.
20 first half points for Scottie Pippen. 15 first half rebounds for Dennis Rodman. Michael Jordan has been an acolyte so far in the first half. Divac gets his first of the night.
Well, they're going to play for the last shot. Magic is guarding Scotty. Scotty's going to try to take Magic off the dribble. Try to beat him, penetrate, and hit Kerr or Michael for an open shot.
Here comes the trap with Divac. 3 to go. Rodman kicked out. 4/10 of a second remaining.
Good defense by the Lakers right there. They left Dennis Rodman open at 15 feet that time. Tried to make Dennis make a play instead of Scotty.
Rodman will inbound. 22nd timeout called by Phil Jackson and the Chicago Bulls.
Well, Vern, with 4/10 of a second, you barely have time to get off a shot. It takes 3/10 to get off a regular shot, and that's very quickly. So they can get off a quick shot, a catch and shoot with 4/10 of a second.
Saw Jimmy Rogers, former Celtic coach, who's one of Jackson's assistants.
Had a lot of good years with Jimmy in Boston. Won a couple championships with him in '84 and '86. was on K.C. Jones's staff and did a great job as an assistant coach there.
And Magic Johnson. There's Jimmy Rogers. Magic with 16 minutes in the first half. His son Matt was a heck of a college quarterback at Iowa.
Yes, he was. And we used to go watch him play at Walpole High School when I was with the Celtics. McHale and I would go over there and watch him play. I was trying to recruit him to be a BYU quarterback, though.
Rodman, oh, would have counted had it gone. But it was a very successful first half for the Chicago Bulls. They outscore the Lakers 26-13. Michael Jordan has 12 relatively quiet points. Magic Johnson finishes the first half with 7 points. The story in the first half, at least for Chicago, Rodman with 15 rebounds, Pippen with 20 points. All of that adds up to a 13-point Bull lead.
You got a wet spot? Let's go. Right here. You missed the spot. Thank you.
The Reebok Halftime Report is brought to you by Reebok. Come see how the game is played on Planet Reebok.
The eyes of the NBA on the Forum, and on this man, Michael Jordan, 12 points in the first half for the Chicago Bulls. And they're on this man, Magic Johnson, his second game back, going with the left hand over the worm in the paint, 2 of his 7 first half points. But it's the Chicago Bulls with a 54-41 lead at the Great Western Forum over the Lakers. Ernie Johnson and Reggie Theus in Atlanta with the Reebok Halftime Report. As we surmised, it would not be as easy tonight for Magic Johnson as it was against Golden State the other night, not with the 40-3 Bulls in town.
Well, you know, Rodman said that he was going to go at Magic, and he's really gone at Magic. 15 boards and 8 points. That's a big night for him. The Lakers played inspired basketball, but the Bulls, they can go at you so many different ways. I mean, Jordan having a subpar first half for him, Scottie Pippen, 20 points.
Magic Johnson, nearly a triple-double in his first game out against Golden State the other night. 7 points, 1 rebound, no assists here.
Yeah.
Why has it been tougher for him to get in the flow tonight, Reg?
Well, it's a tougher opponent, first of all. And, you know, Magic is going to go through a period of time where he's going to have some problems. I think
having some on the boards tonight, too.
Well, you know, like I said, he's never been a guy who could really jump. And Rodman knows that he doesn't have NBA legs yet, so he's going at him, and he's going at him hard. Magic has been caught flat-footed quite a few times.
You still feel the Bulls are ripe for the picking tonight in this game?
I still feel it's possible. The Lakers are going to have to play some pretty good basketball.
Yeah, they are down big at halftime, 54-41. The Reebok Halftime Report will continue in just a moment. One thing we have seen tonight out of Magic Johnson, something we didn't see the other night, he connects from three-point land. We've seen this a lot in years past. This is his first tonight. The Bulls looking very much like a team that's won 17 in a row. 54-41 the lead at the Forum over Magic Johnson and the Los Angeles Lakers. En route to posting the 3rd best record in the NBA, Orlando's beaten everybody in the East at least once, except for the Atlanta Hawks, who beat the Magic without Shaq by 33 and by a dozen with the big guy in there. Both of those games were in Atlanta. Tonight, though, we are arena bound. Lenny Wilkins meeting up with Brian Hill and Brian Shaw going up top to the big guy, Shaquille O'Neal. Atlanta's got an answer. Mookie to Stacey Augmon. Nice catch, lefty, and throws it down. Now we go late in the half. And here's a sweet feed by Penny. You cannot blow that layup. Nick Anderson, he does get the roll. 51-38 is the Orlando lead at the half. Stacey Augmon led Atlanta with 21, trying to keep them close in the 3rd period. He slices and dices and makes hundreds of julienne fries in seconds. Shaq not wearing the protective pad on the hand tonight. And he goes big time, 81-62. And on a feed from Dennis Scott, the big guy again right through the paint. It's 99-80. The finishing touch from Penny Hardaway. Magic with a 21-point lead. They cruise home to win it 108-95. Shaq, 25 points and 16 boards. He's only hit 9 out of 33 free throws in his last 3 games. But you talk about cold. Mookie Blaylock, 2 out of 14 from the field tonight. 6 out of 37 in his last 3 games. That is 16%. The Hawks have lost 3 in a row after winning 10 in a row. Boston and Indiana at Market Square, and the Pacers just keep on rolling at home. That is 16 straight as they hand the Celtics a 116-108 loss. Rick Smits, the Dutch boy in the paint, knocking down 31 for Indiana. Portland and Washington playing at U.S. Air tonight, and the rookie, Juwan Howard, the all-star reserve, not the rookie, but a second-year guy. He's got 26 tonight. Murison, 21 and 16, 10th double-double in the last 14 games. 22 wins for the Bullets now. They had 21 all of last year. Phoenix and Cleveland, this was game 1 of our TNT doubleheader, and it was no contest. All the Cavaliers starters hit double figures. They beat Phoenix 107-85. Chris Mills led them with 23, and Danny Ferry had 22. Minnesota and San Antonio, that is 14 straight losses in San Antonio for Minnesota. David Robinson, 21 points, 10 boards, 8 blocks. It's a 101-90 win for the Spurs. And Chicago and the Lakers is the game you're watching right now on TNT. In the first half, Michael going right between Magic and Eldon Campbell for a couple. Bulls leading big. Welcome back to the Reebok Halftime Report. I tell you what, it's been a long time since the Clippers won a game at Utah. In fact, they were still playing at the Salt Palace when that happened. They are winless at the Delta Center and remain that way tonight, 122-113. Not only did Stockton have 31 points, the mailman had a triple-double, 27 points, 15 boards, 10 assists, the first career triple-double for Karl Malone. They've won 4 in a row, and the Clippers have lost 4 in a row. The New Jersey Nets and the Vancouver Grizzlies, they're in the third period. It's a 10-point New Jersey lead over the Grizz. This is the first time these teams have ever met. It's an emotional night. Toronto and Golden State, they have reached the half, and it's the Warriors, the first victim of Magic Johnson in his return, 64-53 as they lead the Raptors. Reggie Theus, let's inside the NBA. Almost forgot. That's coming up. That's why you're here, in fact. After the game, we'll take a look at everything in the NBA on Inside the NBA. How about the second half of this game now? Del Harris's guys down 54-41. What's he telling them at halftime?
Well, first of all, I think he's telling them that they have to keep, should have been all-star Dennis Rodman off the boards because he's been killing them. The main thing is they have to keep touch with the game because in the fourth quarter they got to give themselves a chance to win.
Credit the Chicago Bulls. A very emotional night at the Great Western Forum. A veteran team. You're kind of just saying, hey, we're not gonna get caught up in this stuff. We're gonna go to work.
It's another day at the office, man. What can you say? I think that the Bulls have weathered a very nice storm, but I know Phil Jackson is concerned with one thing: keeping the crowd out of it and don't let the Lakers start playing any type of inspired basketball.
You look ahead to Magic Johnson's road this weekend. He's got Karl Malone and the Utah Jazz on Sunday. Is that the first real test for him, or do you consider the Rodman thing here?
I think that the Rodman thing has been a great test because Magic has got caught flat-footed several times playing against Rodman, but going against a guy who's going to take you down low and be offensive-minded every single time down court, now that's a test. That's what Magic has to look forward to Sunday night when Utah visits the Great Western Forum. Dennis Rodman, by the way, 15 rebounds in the first half. In 28 of his 32 games, he's got double-digit boards. Scary. Bulls on top. Third quarter coming up.
The Reebok Halftime Report has been brought to you by Reebok. Come see how the game is played on Planet Reebok.
Back at the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California, ready for the start of the third quarter. Chicago outscores the Lakers, who got only 13 points in the second quarter. They find themselves down by 13. Let's check in with Cheryl Miller.
Coach Harris, the first half, it has to be Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman on the board.
Yeah, well, they've been tremendous. And on our end, we haven't converted our fast breaks. We've had 14 tries and only cashed in 4 times. And then our big people have got to be much more aggressive to take the ball right to the basket. We have to have a little better movement on our offense. We're doing a little bit standing around for a team that's not trapping us. So hopefully we can make those corrections.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half. Thank you very much.
All right, Del Harris's team down by 13. What corrections do you see they need to make?
Well, Vern, Harris said it right there. They expected their big guys to dominate Chicago's big guys. And right now they're being outscored by Bill Winnington and James Edwards, 12-8, Divac and Campbell. And Dennis Rodman is killing them. Right now, they've only missed 18 shots on the night, Chicago has, and they got 10 of them back. So LA only has 8 defensive rebounds right now, and that's what's killing them so far in the first half.
So we find ourselves at 54-41. Magic Johnson, a left-handed little baby hook.
Well, that's his patented shot. He wants to get to the middle and shoot that hook shot. That's the best thing. And here's Michael in the transition, Vern. He just goes right through the defense. And this is what Harris is talking about, too. He needs his big guys to be aggressive, not only on offense, but on defense as well. You can't let Chicago finish at the basket. And here Scottie Pippen again draws so much attention, gives Van Exel just a little shove in the back, gets away with it, as he does usually. When you foul every time, sometimes you're going to get away with it.
Bulls hitting 58%. The Lakers have dropped off to 44% after a 5 of 17 second quarter. The rebounding edge is huge for Chicago, led by Rodman. And the turnovers, the Lakers with 12 and the Bulls with 11. Chicago 16 points off those turnovers. 54-41, Chicago trying to win its 41st of the season. Scottie Pippen leads the way thus far with 20. Michael Jordan has chipped in with 12 and Rodman with 8. And the leader for Los Angeles, Cedric Ceballos, has 11 points. Magic Johnson played 16 minutes in the first half, picked up 7 points, 3 of 5 from the field. And Eddie Jones compliments Ceballos with 8 points. Nick Van Exel, Ceballos, Divac, Campbell, and Eddie Jones on the floor as we start the third quarter. Takes this crowd a little while to sit down.
Yes, it does.
There's a lot of mingling that goes on here, noticed? And Pippen goes into some of the minglers. That's the photographer's row. Scotty makes sure they're okay, and he is as well. This may be the world capital of... Who is that? Michael Jordan? Pippen. It's deadly.
The game is easy when you're hitting those outside shots. Michael just penetrates. He sees the double team coming and just finds the open man. And Scotty's been making him pay all night.
Well, he came in hitting 44% from three-point range. He's a cool 5 of 6 tonight. At the other end, here's Rodman with another rebound. That's 17, beg pardon. Rodman may be going for the stratosphere tonight. His season high is 21. He's hit that a couple of times, most recently last night. Jordan, nice pass to Wellington. An equally nice block to Divac, but they call him for the foul.
Well, Michael just broke the defense down again. They're so concerned about trying to stop Michael. They're running 2 guys at him. Whittington was left open. Michael beats Eddie Jones. Campbell has to come over. Divac comes over. Pretty good block by Divac. Gets called for the foul.
Wellington, who is hitting 94%, though he hasn't been at the line all that many times this season. Hands the first. Bill, really a very good complementary player for the Chicago Bulls. Understands his role perfectly.
Well, even at St. John's, Verns, he was a good outside shooter, and he just brought that game with him, and he's just accepted his role, hits the open shots, plays good hard defense, uses his fouls, and has been a very important part of this Bulls team.
Macy's Bills. Yeah, it helps. Here's Divac, guarded by Rodman. The double comes from Pippen. 5 on the shot clock. Van Exel off the dribble, dishes. Campbell, nice play.
Well, that's a good drive by Van Exel. They doubled down on Divac. He had to give the ball up instead of settling for the outside shot. He took it to the basket, penetrated against Chicago's defense. And I think that's what more teams have to do. I think that's where Chicago's vulnerable, because they don't have a shot blocker.
Jordan. Here's Van Exel, goes by Jordan. And draws the foul. That's the second on Michael Jordan.
Well, the Lakers need Eddie Jones or Van Exel or somebody to really step it up. And those guys can get hot and carry the team, particularly Van Exel. He can get hot and carry this team. He's done it on many nights. And they need somebody to do that right now.
He did it in the playoffs, of course, last year, memorably against Seattle. Got off to a slow start this season, but has been playing very well of late. Here's Campbell. Got the pass underneath. Divac, no. Rodman with another rebound. 18. Wellington. Divac flies in his face. The shot is missed. And the Lakers try and get it. It'll be Chicago ball.
Michael got away with a push on Van Exel. Van Exel had position on him. Michael pulled him away. That's why Van Exel's arguing. He got a technical foul on it.
Del Harris picks up the tee. Jordan takes the technical. And Pippen will inbound. Wennington. Got it. 61-43. This one is in danger of getting away from the Lakers. Van Exel by Jordan. Went in the air, didn't know quite where he wanted to go with it. Turnover. Chicago ball.
Well, we knew that this would be a big test for Golden State. This is different than Golden State. The Bulls, obviously, they're playing a lot different defense. They've only scored 43 points in this game. They had 43 points in the first quarter last game.
Right, they had 72 at the half against Golden State. Rodman guarded by Campbell. Dennis may be going for a double-digit night scoring the ball now. He has one triple-double this season, believe it or not. Everything is going my way. Right as
They just can't keep him off the boards. They're just too athletic, too active on the boards for the Lakers right now.
Timeout, LA.
The NBA on TNT is brought to you by Isuzu, makers of incredible four-wheel drives, and by Domino's Ultimate Deep Dish.
Lou Penny?
Hey, what's going on? How's the road trip?
It's all right. What's all that? Are you having a party in my house?
A party? I'm just sitting there reading the book. Caught the game last night. Let me just put it this way. You're the best player in the NBA. I mean, those spin moves and the dunks. Oh, too vicious. I had to go outside and do some Tai Chi just to calm myself down.
Man, you weren't having a party. I swear. If you and your sloppy friends messing up my house...
Oh, thanks, baby. Meet me by the pool.
Hello?
Hey, I can't talk now. I'm driving through a tunnel.
9:04 to go, third quarter. The Bulls up by 20. What makes them so good? Well, listen to Magic Johnson.
What makes them tough is this. They're the best passing team in basketball. They're the best defensive team in basketball. Okay, we got those two. Then their will to win is higher than everybody else's. And the last but not least, as you well know, and Danny, they know how to win, okay? So when you set everything aside, man, best passing, best defense, and you already know what they got on offense. I don't need to tell you that Michael Jordan is the best player in the world. Scottie Pippen is the best all-around player in basketball. Then you got the best rebounder. Goodness gracious, what up? I mean, man, you know, they should be 39 and whatever. You know, I mean, these guys, though, what I see in their faces is that they want to win, and they know how to play their roles. It's like the great Celtic team when I played against Danny and Larry, you know, the Laker teams. That same thing, the eye of the tiger. We know we good. We know we're the best.
And tonight the Bulls are proving it. They're up by 20. That was a 24-second shot clock violation a moment ago against Los Angeles. Here's Jordan. Eddie Jones with a defensive job. Campbell comes in the double team, and that Wennington in the corner. He's got 11 points. Had 14 last night. Bill started the first game of the season when Luke Longley was sitting out a suspension, and then he's had back-to-back starts now the last 2 nights. Saballo's taken down hard.
Hey, that's the difference right now between the Bulls' attitude right now. Saballos goes in for a dunk, and he has to go to the free throw line, get up off his back, and shoot 2 free throws. Michael Jordan goes in for a lay-in. He cruises on in and lays it in off the glass.
11-2 Chicago run in this quarter. They allowed the Lakers only 13 points in the second quarter. The former vice president of the Los Angeles. Oh, did he retain his title? I don't guess he did.
No, I don't think so. I think he's vice president of the team.
Right. And of course had to give his, didn't give it back. He sold his 5% of the team back.
I think he's vice coach, vice captain. Still star player of the team.
.52 to go, third quarter of play. Pippen. Unstoppable tonight.
Yeah, and Scotty says when he gets it going, he is unstoppable. And that's good defense by Saballos. You got to play Scotty for the drive first, and he's got it going from the outside tonight. And on those kind of nights, he can't be stopped.
27 points
thus far for Scottie Pippen. Eldon Campbell. Michael Jordan goaltending. Magic Johnson getting ready to come back on the floor. George Lynch also getting ready to come in for the Lakers.
Lakers are going to try to change things up here. They've gone to their half-court trap. Chicago's a very good passing team. They got a mismatch. They got Divac on Jordan.
Wennington from Jordan. Off the backboard, Rodman doesn't get the rebound. We're in the third quarter from the Great Western Forum. 7:05 remaining in the third quarter. Lynch and Magic Johnson come on the floor now for the LA Lakers. They were held to 13 points in the second quarter, tied at 28 at the end of one, but a 13-point halftime lead, and right now it's a 20-point lead for the Chicago Bulls, who come into the game 40-3. Van Exel gets two.
Well, Van Exel got undercut on that shot, too. Wasn't very happy. Thought he should have gone to the line. And the officials might have given it to him had the ball not gone in.
Jordan pick and roll with Wennington. Scottie Pippen.
Get up.
And Van Exel clears it for the Lakers. Johnson thinks about the three. Rodman comes out to contest it. Now Magic Johnson.
Oh!
That was Wennington doing the defensive work. Campbell gets the putback.
Well, that was a good play by Magic. He couldn't get to the offensive rebound. He intentionally tipped that ball to Eldon Campbell for the easy dunk.
Jordan again. Crowd looking for a reason to get back into it. Lakers have scored 4 now. Pippen guarded by Lynch. Campbell, 3-on-1. Harper's back. Eddie Jones from Van Exel.
Beautiful play by Van Exel. They knew Harper was back, and he was going to try to foul whoever got there. Van Exel made a look away, made the easy feed to Eddie Jones for the dunk.
Eight 8-0 run now by the Lakers. Let's take a look at the fast break.
Well, right here, Scottie Pippen drives in, and really, the defense isn't what does it. He loses control of the ball. Campbell gets the outlet pass out to Van Exel, and Ron Harper's back in no man's land, trying to defend 3 guys running at him. He wants to make the foul, but Van Exel makes him guard him just to the last second, and Eddie Jones is a great finisher with great athletic ability.
Nick Van Exel with 8 assists. We're back live now as Michael Jordan has it. Gets the pick from Wennington. That leaves him open. Back to Harper. Pippen fighting for position, gets the pass. Foul called on George Lynch.
Well, that's the second time the Lakers have done that. They had Scottie would have caught the ball 25 feet away from the basket with 4 seconds left on the shot clock. You can't afford those kind of fouls.
Steve Kerr is going to check back in for Ron Harper now for Phil Jackson's Bulls.
Well, this just makes it more difficult to double. Right now, they're doubling Michael on the pick and rolls, rotating to Wennington. And with Steve Kerr out there, that's just another guy you can't leave.
Chicago has won 8 in a row on the road. Last defeat for them, day after Christmas in Indiana. Jordan gets 2 more.
And just because Steve Kerr was out there at the top of the key, Van Exel was not going to leave him. He was going to make Michael shoot that shot.
Lead is back to 16. Johnson guarded by Rodman. Magic Johnson has played 18 minutes tonight. He's got 7 points thus far. Lynch, no. Rodman, another rebound. 19. Van Exel picks up Kerr. And here's Jordan posting up. Van Exel backs away from Kerr, trying to help out. The double comes from Magic, and he's
A little tardy getting there. Eddie Jones 3-on-3. Van Exel, the jumper.
Well, Dennis isn't happy about that. He had perfect rebounding position, and Michael out-jumped him for the ball.
You were reading my mind. He tried to look like it was okay, but you can tell it wasn't. Wennington, no. Pippen. Oh, no! Highlight reel. Play it again, Sam.
It's been one of those nights for Scotty. He's throwing everything in the basket tonight. That was incredible.
My goodness. At the other end, here's Wennington with the rebound of Eddie Jones' missed shot. An absolutely blind shot by Scottie Pippen goes in.
Vern, those are just demoralizing. You play good defense, you're making a little run, and the guy throws in shots like that.
And then misses shots like that. Magic. All the way. No, short with a shot. Pippen with a rebound. Kerr calls for it. 2-on-2. Jordan. Over Campbell.
Well, I don't know what Eldon Campbell was doing right there. He had to come out and defend Michael. He didn't guard anybody. He didn't guard the basket, and he didn't guard Michael. Let Michael shoot a wide-open 12-foot jump shot.
Jordan now has 17 to complement Pippen's 27. For 3.
That's going to be tough. That's going to open the game up as this season goes along for Nick Van Exel. You can't double-team Van Exel and leave Magic wide open for threes.
Pippen. Well, Scotty wants it, you can just tell. Jordan over the back foul on Eddie Jones. Well, let's take another look at Scottie Pippen. And that shot.
Well, it's good defense. You can tell Scotty's just being so aggressive on offense. He takes it in, double team, tries to draw the foul, throws the ball up with his left hand. Rodman leaves the double team Van Exel. Nobody rotates out to Magic. And if he keeps making those, scoring in the low post like he's been doing, he's going to open up a lot for this Laker team. But it's going to take some time, Vern, for this team to get a feel for each other.
How about that pass? Jordan finds James Edwards.
Well, that's about the 4th time tonight that they've come to double team, and he just goes away from the double team. You can't allow him to go away from where you're getting help.
Michael now has 6 assists for the night. Back to Magic. Off the dribble by Rodman. Short. Rodman has 20 rebounds. Scottie Pippen will shoot free throws.
This is a good read by Magic. He catches the ball out at the 3-point line. And he just gives a little head fake, which is the right decision. But he looks like he's thinking about passing, and then nobody's open and realizes he has to shoot. That's just from coming with playing with your teammates, knowing what they're going to do to get open.
One of the rare misfires for Scottie Pippen tonight. Utah beat the Clippers earlier. Cleveland in a romp over Phoenix. San Antonio over Minnesota. Orlando won tonight over Atlanta. And Washington defeats Portland. Kerr, Pippen, Rodman, James Edwards, and Ron Harper now as Michael Jordan gets a rest. Scottie Pippen has 30 for the night. Foul on James Edwards. Well, the Bulls this season, 107 points per game, that's first. Point differentials about 12.5. First in 3-point percentage. Opponent's field goal percentage. I guess there are reasons why they're 4 and 3.
And Vern, one big difference from last year with the addition of Rodman, they're second in rebound margin. 4th in total rebounds, but rebounds per game margin, they're second with all those other offensive categories. That's exactly what Magic was talking about.
Ron Harper. All the way up and in. We near the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Chicago took control of this with a strong second quarter during which the Lakers scored only 13 points. And they have maintained that command here in the 3rd quarter despite an 8-0 run at one point by the Lakers. Judd Bushler's going to come back on now. Scottie Pippen will get a rest.
You know, the Lakers' game plan was to go inside, and they're still sticking with that game plan. The problem with that is it takes a long time each possession to score if you're playing that style of basketball. I think they've been mesmerized by the matchups on the inside, and the outside guys have gotten away from the strengths of their game. They've just gone inside, let them pound the ball, stand on the perimeter, and watch, and live or die by the outside shot.
Campbell gets the first and Oshie one.
A lot of teams are getting mesmerized by that. This year, Vern, just the inside-outside game with that new three-point line, I think in some ways it makes the game boring because so many teams just go inside and just spot up on the outside.
You now have a platform. You may continue your campaign to get that thing moved back out. We will persist in this.
I want to see the Van Exels and Eddie Jones drive to the basket and create. Like this guy right here, dribbling the ball up the court.
Rodman smiling as he trails him down the field, the court. And there's Van Exel missing with the runner. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Kerr shadowed by Van Exel. Anthony Peeler almost had the steal. Bushler in and out. The tip is good. Rodman with a rebound that equals his season high of 21 rebounds, and he also goes into double digits with 10 points. And Scottie Pippen, 30 points, 12 of 21 from the field. It's been a full show so far. We begin the start of the fourth quarter. The Lakers trail Chicago 80-59 before a crowd that is still here.
Now, Vern, look at Magic. He's got Rodman under the basket. They have to help on Harper, leaves Judd Bushler open. Magic just fakes and stands and watch. His man Rodman's getting the easy tip in. Maybe Magic is a little bit tired.
Jack, got to be thinking, I flew all the way from Miami for this.
Yeah, he's a little disappointed that he came now.
Right. Well, Magic has played 23 minutes thus far tonight. He's 4 of 9 from the field. 3 rebounds, but only 1 assist, which is really remarkable.
Norm Nixon, a great point guard for the Lakers.
As we begin the fourth, it's Michael Jordan back on the floor. James Edwards, Steve Kerr. Here's Michael. Ron Harper. That was Magic. Nope. Beg your pardon. It was Elvin. Well, let me try it one more time. It was Corey Blunt.
Well, Corey Blunt was traded over here to the Lakers, and he has something to prove to the Chicago fans and the Chicago team. He wants to play well here in the fourth quarter.
Blunt has it right now. Lynch. Back to Peeler as the shot clock goes off. Shot clock violation, denying Rodman his 22nd rebound. He's going to go over and ask for a recount.
He's telling the refs right there, that hit the rim, that hit the rim.
I don't think he's going to have any problem getting number 22 before the night's over.
Can you believe Rodman didn't make the All-Star team?
No.
I thought they did a pretty good job of picking the players. There's a few players that have some complaints. Cliff Robinson in Portland, Strickland in Portland, Sabalos, but I don't think any of them have as strong a complaint as Rodman.
Rodman leading the league in rebounds, 14.7 per game. Here's Sabalos coming back on. Cedric played for the All-Stars last year. Rodman left off. He was a little upset by it, too.
Yeah, justifiably so. He deserved to be on it. And, you know, whether you like him or not, you know, you hate to see it get involved with that, the politics of it. Hopefully the guys are selected on the merits of what they do on the basketball court alone.
Ron Harper gets those 2. It's a 23-point lead. 10.5 to go. Peeler got it.
Well, Magic's playing point guard, offensively and defensively right now.
Del Harris told us this afternoon he didn't want that to happen. He said it might tonight, but in terms of the season, that's not where he thinks Magic is going to contribute the most. Edwards, everything is going the way of the Bulls.
James Edwards is an excellent low post player, and I was teasing him last week when he was on the injured list of why he wasn't playing and was he injured. He says, I'm just old, but I'm saving it for the home stretch.
Well, this is the second really long West Coast road trip for the Bulls this year. Here's Corey Blunt. Nope, Rodman got his 22nd rebound. That is a new season high. Jordan brings it back outside. On their previous, here's Kerr.
Steve Kerr's been shooting the ball so good from the three-point line. Magic was backed off him 4 feet. He hasn't shot a three all night, so he says, what the heck?
Suns, Tuesday at 8 on TNT.
Now let's take a look at tonight's Dutch boy in the paint. Wennington with 11, Edwards with 10. And contrast that with Vlade Divac, who has only 2 for the Lakers. And the Bulls have won the battle in the paint on rebounds as well. Well, Chicago, among other things, chasing a record set by the 71-72 Lakers, who won 69 games. Jerry West was a part of that team, and he's with Cheryl Miller. Cheryl?
Thanks a lot, Vern. Jerry, I know it's very difficult to try to compare this team with the 71 and 72, but how tough are the Chicago Bulls?
Well, they're really a great team. They have 3 wonderful players at different positions, and they're all defensive players. Entering the game today, you rarely see 3 defensive players on the same team. These guys all play so well. I'm talking about obviously Michael, Scotty, and Dennis, and they're tenacious. They've done an absolutely wonderful job. I think they're going to win 70-some games. I really do.
Where would you rank this team as far as the great teams that have played in the NBA?
Well, you know, it's really hard to tell because no one's even challenging them. In this league today, there's only a few teams can challenge them. And I think in the past there might be a few more teams, but you can't demean what they've accomplished. This is a wonderful team, and as I say, they're terrific because they play so hard. They're fun to watch play. They've got a much older team than us, and they just absolutely killed us with their energy tonight.
What were your thoughts after Magic's game against Golden State?
Well, I was really excited for him because, you know, he's a wonderful player, and some of the things that he does out there, you're hopeful it will help some of our younger players. But, you know, his timing's a little bit off, but he's going to be a great impact player for us before the year's over.
All right, thanks a lot, Jerry. Let's go back to you, Vern, Danny.
Okay, Cheryl, you'd think with all that Jerry had accomplished here in the position he holds with the Lakers, he'd get better seats. Well, the Bulls 40-3. That is an NBA record. Most wins for a team with 3 defeats. They set the record last night when the win over Sacramento. The Lakers went on to win 69 games and the championship in 71-72.
Vern, I'm becoming a believer of that 70-game thing. I mean, it's getting there. When they come on the road after winning so many games in the road and beat Houston, Sacramento, who's had a great year this year, and the Lakers with all the hype here without Kukoc and Longley, that's very impressive.
Ceballos gets that one for the Lakers.
And Jerry West said an interesting thing, too, about the energy level. Not only are these guys older, they played a game last night, and they're on the road. These guys haven't played for 3 days, the Lakers. That's where they should be winning the game, is the hustle and the energy.
Well, here's something. They're 23-2 in back-to-back games this year, but the 2 defeats have come in the first games of back-to-backs. Kerr fouls Van Exel. No basket. Well, coming up Sunday, more exciting NBA action. NBC will have a doubleheader for you, 1 o'clock Eastern. The New York Knicks against Indiana, and in Game 2, San Antonio against Orlando.
Well, I think TV is going to allow Magic to take some time now and get his game ready. I think this Laker team is going to be a team to contend with. I don't know if they're necessarily the favorites yet, but if they can put it together with the addition of Magic, they have a chance to contend for the West.
Look at Michael chase down the loose ball after Edwards missed. 7:20 to go in this one. Seats are still full. And Edwards fills it up again.
he can still score. He needs to play for at least 5 games until Longley comes back, and then he can go back in his rocking chair and wait for the playoffs.
Magic foul. Michael fouled him and goes over to help him up.
You can see Vern Magic has played well down the stretch here, but he's been playing this point guard in this 4th quarter, and he looks a little bit more comfortable out there on the perimeter directing the team than he does playing in the low post, although he's been very successful in the low post as well.
Jordan, who's an 85% career free throw shooter, is at the line. Said he was disappointed in himself the other night. He missed a free throw.
Yeah, that's great. You know, free throws are such an underrated aspect of the game. And, you know, Portland Trailblazers are about a 500 club right now, 1 or 2 games under, I believe. But, you know, if they can shoot free throws, they may be 6 or 7 games over 500. Magic missed another one. It could be fatigue, though, tonight.
Well, the Bulls continue this road trip. They go to Denver tonight immediately after the game and take on Denver on Sunday. Then they're down to Phoenix on Tuesday night on TNT. Danny and I will be there. And then they wind up the road trip before the All-Star break on Wednesday night at Golden State.
That Tuesday night game, Vern, will be good. Phoenix is playing a lot better basketball. Danny Manning is back.
Until
KJ's
tonight.
playing great. Yeah, they struggled tonight. But Phoenix is a team. I would hate to play the Lakers or Phoenix in the first round of the playoffs if I had a 55 or 60 winning season like Seattle or San Antonio.
Jordan over Ceballos. Nope. Rodman wrestles for it. Didn't get it. He's angry.
Well, he's telling the official he had control of that.
Right.
Give me a rebound and a turnover.
He's had a wonderful night tonight.
Yes, he has.
6:15 to go. Rodman has 23 rebounds. The Lakers have 23 rebounds. That's impressive.
Well, Magic touched on it a little bit earlier, but one thing that's unique about the 3 superstars that Chicago has is they all come to play every night. From the opening tip for the entire game, they're on the court. Right now, they're ahead by 23 points, and they're still playing. They're still beating them to the loose balls. They're still playing with more energy.
Kerr takes the jumper. Offensive basket interference.
You know, Ron Harper, a lot of people compared him to Drexler and Michael Jordan when he came out of this league. Had some knee problems, but he's showing his athletic ability. He's great in the open court, and he can do this kind of thing. Come up and make long tip-ins, get up above all the big guys. He's a very athletic guy, and he's just playing a role. He doesn't get a chance to do the things that those other guys are doing, and he's sacrificing for the benefit of the team.
At the other end, Nick Van Exel got the basket. Edwards back to Rodman. Kerr. He's got 7 tonight. He's been in double digits each of the last two games. Magic to 3. Ceballos fights for the rebound and gets it away from Rodman.
Rodman doesn't like that. Good play by Ceballos. Ceballos is an excellent rebounder. Has over 300 rebounds on the season. Very good offensive rebounder.
17 points for Cedric Ceballos. Rodman to Kerr. Bushler and Randy Brown getting ready to come in. Sadale Threet will come in for the Lakers. Harper. Eldon Campbell for Los Angeles. We've got 4:45 remaining in this one. 10 rebounds now for Eldon Campbell. Van Exel goes up, gets rid of it, and Ceballos puts it in.
Well, Van Exel's lucky he didn't get called for the foul right there. I think the officials, had it not been a 20-point lead, would have called the foul on Van Exel.
Eddie Jones gets James Edwards. Now Sadale Threet will replace Van Exel. And for Chicago, Bushler and Randy Brown replace Michael Jordan and Ron Harper. That might be it for Michael Jordan. "17 points.
You know, you can't even evaluate Michael's performances on stats, Vern, because he draws so much attention. Scottie Pippen was shooting wide open threes out there for a while tonight. Dennis Rodman getting wide open offensive rebounds because Michael demands so much attention on the court.
Rodman gets to rest with 10 points and 23 rebounds, a season high.
And he's not happy, bro. He wants more rebounds. He wants to keep playing.
Eldon Campbell. Bushler with the steal. 18 turnovers for Los Angeles. The Lakers are at home Sunday against Utah. A Utah team that is in a virtual tie with Houston and San Antonio for the Midwest Division League. Kerr. Beautiful.
Oh, you don't see Steve Kerr do that often. Beautiful crossover a la Tim Hardaway right there. Made Sabalos look bad on defense.
21-point lead. And now the Who Are They's are leaving. Magic Johnson now with 15 points.
Vern, Magic hasn't been as impressive as he was the other night, I think simply because Chicago's defense really rose to the occasion of this game and they're playing so good. But he still has been very impressive. Excellent in the low post. Dennis Rodman, one of the best defensive low post players, has not been able to stop Magic down there one-on-one. So when they get the chemistry and figure out who they are and everybody starts playing well, this team will be tough.
That was Jason Cappy with the last basket. Here comes Kerr. Cappy to his left. Randy Brown, who doesn't score much, gets 2 tonight. So Randy Brown in the ledger, 97-74. How about this LA team that scored 128 the other night against Golden State, and they're going to struggle to get to 80 tonight. Sabalos has 21.
That just goes to show you that defense. I mean, a lot of it is the Lakers. They don't know each other. Their chemistry's not quite there, but you got to give credit to the incredible defense, particularly on the perimeter with Pippen and Jordan.
Time has been called. (97-76) with 2:19 remaining. Magic Johnson, of course, his second game back. Michael Jordan was asked what advice he might give to his friend.
I think the thing that he's going to find out the most important thing is that the speed of the game has picked up quite a bit. I mean, he's been playing these pickup games or whatever he's been doing. It's not the same intensity when you get back out here and you play with some of the best. So I think it's going to take him some time to get his timing back. You know, he may have one game here and then the next game he can't get it together. I found that to be very difficult to be as consistent as Magic Johnson was as Michael Jordan was.
You know, Vern, I don't think he's necessarily talking about the tempo of the game as much as how the intensity level of guys picking you up full court and banging you, everything goes so much harder. In that first game back, Magic had those impressive stats, but that was like a game he was playing on the tour that he's been doing, or the Washington Generals I thought he was playing the other night.
Bring out red clots. Well, Magic, 27 minutes in his first game on Tuesday night, 32 minutes tonight. 3 assists, 3 rebounds. You saw the points. Michael Jordan gets 17 points tonight. He played a complementary role to Rodman and Pippen. And then really good point production from Wennington and Edwards at the center spot with Luke Longley and Tony Kukoc unavailable. There's Sabalos. Well, just think of what Chicago is about to accomplish now. They're going to go 19-3 on the road. 19-3. That's a home record most teams would be envious of.
Vern, I mean, it really is amazing. And we've talked a lot about the watered-down league, but these are good teams they're beating. Sacramento's a good team. Houston's a good team they're beating on the road. And the 3 games they've lost are all to really good teams on the road in San Antonio, Orlando, and Indiana.
Shot clock violation. Simpkins can't quite get it. Uh-oh, Steve Kerr is limping. Steve Kerr has injured an ankle.
Uh-oh, he's in a lot of pain. You know, this is the only thing that could stop Chicago from winning 70 games, in my opinion, is injuries. You could get by with the little ankle sprains for a few days. Kukoc just doesn't look too bad. It looks like he'll be back in a few days. But this will hurt him if they lose Steve Kerr.
Big time. There's Tony Kukoc, who is out for tonight's game. Pippen had 30. Rodman had 23 rebounds. And this one became a showcase for the Bulls when they ripped it open in the second quarter, limiting the Lakers to 13 points. There was a 13-point lead at the half, and it never got closer than 12 down the stretch. Steve Kerr wincing in pain. Well, somebody's got a boom box somewhere. I'm not sure where that came from. Danny, was that you?
No, that wasn't me. Was that Sinbad rapping behind us there somewhere?
That could have been. Jack's gone.
Yeah, Jack left. I think he left at halftime.
Charlie Sheen is still here. Hanging in there. Yep.
Charlie Sheen is just sitting in the exit row. He's giving all the women kisses goodbye as they leave the arena.
He was taking pictures. He's got his camera here tonight. Magic Johnson, 32 minutes in his second game. And the Lakers will see their 4-game win streak come to a close tonight. They've won 4 in a row 3 different times this season. And they continue the homestand against Utah on Sunday night. Danny and I continue our travels with the Bulls as we see them in Phoenix. In between, they've got the Sunday game in Denver. Bushler, Simpkins, Randy Brown from the corner. Nope. And Sabalos brings it down. Final 35 seconds of this one. Ernie Johnson and Reggie Theus will join us on Inside the NBA. Those of you back east, it's a little late, but stay with them. We'll talk about Rod Strickland's All-Star snub. There's Ron Harper for 2. And a look back at the month of January, a month in which the Chicago team went undefeated for the first time in the 30-year history of the franchise, 14-0. Well, this is going to be their 9th win in a row on the road, their 19th win in a row, period. That's adding to a club record this team has held and has established. That one falls through with 6.5 seconds to go. The Chicago Bulls are 41-3. Michael Jordan with 17 points. Scottie Pippen, though, had 30. Dennis Rodman with 23 rebounds. And the Bulls win it big as Magic and Michael share a moment, a not-so-private moment. And we'll be back with Scottie Pippen right after this message. Bulls win at 99-84, and again they display their diversity. They had Pippen scoring, Rodman rebounding, and Dennis Rodman is with Cheryl Miller.
Just seem to continue to get the job done day in and day out.
It's not a career high. It's just like a season high.
A season high.
I'm just trying to be the glue to this team and trying to stay focused and not try to get the overlook teams like the Lakers and teams down the road. But this team is.
You know, Dennis, I know that you're having a tremendous, and I know not making the All-Stars has been a little unsettling for you. How do you keep that from being a distraction?
It's not a distraction. It's a positive thing to me. It's a negative, but it's a positive, and I just keep going on and on. For 10 years, I've been doing the same thing, and I just hope that one day that people will respect what I'm doing.
Well, I certainly do respect you. Congratulations in your game. Good luck the rest of the season. Thanks a lot, Dennis.
Hello, Alexis.
Back to you, Vern.
All right, Cheryl, thank you very much. We've been joined by Scottie Pippen. It was a very special night, and you stepped forward and had a very special evening.
Well, it was great. You know, I knew the whole game would be built up around Michael and Magic, and it'd give me an opportunity to put on my little show on the side.
Hey, Scotty, the thing that amazed me about the game tonight was your guys' energy level. You had a game last night. You're older than the Lakers. They've had 3 games off. What makes it so special? I mean, you guys have so much energy.
Well, I think last night's game was a tough game, but we were able to, send our starters to play heavy minutes. We were able to get to rest as we did tonight. We took care of business late in the 4th quarter in Sacramento, and guys got rest, and we came out with great energy tonight, and that's something this team has really been striding on, is really being able to come back after back-to-back and have some energy.
Right here, we got a great move that you're making here.
Yeah, where did this come from?
Oh, I just had to pull that out of my repertoire. I thought I had to foul, and I just kind of threw something up, but I didn't get the foul, but I was able to finish the shot.
Well, it was kind of that night, wasn't it? That kind of night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was that kind of night. You feel you got a good flow going, and everything was dropping for me. So, I just threw some garbage up there, and it fell too.
Hey, Scotty, you were trying to show off. It was Magic's night. Magic's night in the Forum. You were trying to outdo Magic. Tell the truth.
Well, I think the focal point tonight was Magic and Michael, and we didn't want to get caught up in that as a team aspect, and we wanted to come out, move the ball, and play well as a team, and not really give Michael a lot of isolation. It's pretty sure that's what the fans here in the Forum wanted to see, but we didn't want to get caught up in that, and, we tried to stay with our game plan.
Congratulations, Scotty. 30 points, another victory for the Bulls. They're 41-3. It's been a magical tour through the West. Michael and Magic, and the night has come to a close. We'll be back in just a moment.
I bled it. The NBA on TNT is brought to you by Hyundai and their technologically advanced Accent, well-equipped Elantra, and roomy Sonata. Hyundai, some of the best ideas on the road. By the more than 1,200 AutoZone stores across America. AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. And by AT&T.
Back at the Great Western Forum in Los Angeles, actually in Inglewood, where Scottie Pippen's 30 and Dennis Rodman's 23 rebounds helped propel the Bulls to their 41st victory of 1996. They go on to Denver with a 41-3 record. The Lakers' 4-game win streak comes to a close on a night when Michael and Magic met on this floor for the first time in 4.5 years. Join us again next week for more NBA action. Tuesday at 8 o'clock, Danny and I will be in Phoenix as the Bulls take on the Suns. On Wednesday, a doubleheader for you on TBS. Orlando against Detroit in Game 1. And New Jersey will be here at the Great Western Forum to take on Magic and the Lakers. Coming up next, a late night for the guys in Atlanta, Ernie and Reggie, inside the NBA. For Danny Ainge and Cheryl Miller, I'm Vern Lundquist saying good night from Los Angeles.
Chili peppers, sausage. Are you trying to kill me, girl?
Oh, Dad.
This is Heartburn City.
Wait till you see the appetizer.
Pepsid AC acid controller.
Take one little Pepsid AC before dinner, and you can stop heartburn before it even starts.
Stop heartburn before it starts?
You see, Dad, Pepsid AC controls acid 9 hours through the night so you can sleep.
You think we have enough sausage?
You can be heartburn-free with Pepsid AC.
Sometimes there's a game on my corner, and I'm deep into my head, so it goes all like Zen-like. And check this out. I'm seeing Anderson, Robinson, Van Exel, and my man Sam Cassell playing ball when my guys play ball. And it's all about ball. And it's crazy, right? I mean, all in my head, but you think I'm crazy, right? Yo, I'm not crazy. I know what's real. I'm real. This is my plan.
Add a little romance to your home during Mears Romancing the Home Sale, where you'll save up to 50% on timeless treasures from around the world. Mears will make your house a home. From super to superb, from ordinary to extraordinary. A rug should be more than just to cover the floor. Tomorrow's heirlooms are available today during Mears Romancing the Home Sale, featuring savings up to 50%, only at Mears Oriental Rugs in Okemos and in Ann Arbor. That's Mears, M-I-R''S.
John, how in the world, in just 3 years, did Cuter get the top prize in sales and service in the United States of America?
It's real simple, Coach. We have a very determined team from start to finish. With one of the best lineups of new cars, Jeeps, and minivans, and a 5-star service center, we do whatever it takes.
For outstanding teamwork in sales and service, come to Cuter Chrysler Plymouth Jeep Eagle, where the pride is inside.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Turner Sports.
Jordan had 17. Ernie Johnson, Reggie Theus ready to take you inside the NBA. And before we look at any highlights or anything else, your take on this game, what did it tell us about Magic's return, Reg?
Well, first of all, Ernie, the first game the Lakers played was a great game, but this game brought it back to a real perspective. It's time for the Lakers and all the hype to go away and start to learn how to play 4 quarters of good basketball and not just 1 half or a good quarter here and there.
What did it tell you about the Bulls? I mean, Michael had 17, but Scotty had 30, and Rodman had 23 rebounds.
They're just good.
There's not much you can do, but
I
just
I thought this was a game that they were ripe to be beat in. And I mean, you know, the Bulls showed that not only do they have a great 3 players, but their bench is pretty damn good too.
Yeah, Bulls by 15 tonight. They are 41. This is right. 41 and 3. Let's start our Friday night tour of the NBA at the Orlando Arena, where Shaq and his buddies have been cooking up some serious home court magic. 22-0 this season, 29 straight regular season wins, 44 in a row against their Eastern rivals at the Arena. Tonight, the Hawks came to town knowing they can beat this team. They've done it twice this season in Atlanta. Lenny Wilkins and Brian Hill getting together beforehand, and then Brian Shaw getting together with Shaquille O'Neal up top. The Atlanta answer to that alley-oop, Mookie Blaylock to the lefty Stacey Augmon for a couple. Before the half, here's the pass of the night, Penny, leaving it for Nick Anderson. 51-38 at the half, one of 13 assists on the night for Penny Hardaway. The Atlanta attack was led by Stacey Augmon. Into the paint he goes for 2 of his 21. Atlanta trying to hang around and snap all those Orlando streaks, but it wasn't going to happen. Shaq seen nothing on the right paw tonight. He took the padding off of there. 99-80 on that trip through the paint. 25 points, 16 rebounds on the night for Shaq. Penny to finish it off for the Magic, giving him a 21-point lead. Orlando wins it 108-95. That is 45 straight against the East, 30 in a row at home, 65 of their last 67 in the regular season at the Arena. The Hawks had won 10 in a row. Now they've lost 3 in a row. And take a look at the numbers for Mookie Blaylock. He helped carry this bunch in the winning streak, averaging nearly 20 points a game and hitting 46% from the field and almost half of his 3-point shots. In the 3 losses, do not adjust your sets. 16% he is shooting, 6 out of his last 37 from the field, and the Hawks have lost 3 in a row. The Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers playing at Market Square. Yeah, we've seen some returns. How sweet would that be? But it doesn't look like Larry's interested at this point in any kind of a comeback. Todd Day, 22 points on the night for MLK's guys. They're up 3 early, and then at the end of the first quarter, Ricky Pierce knocks it down from half court off the glass. It's tied at 21. Purvis Ellison stakes Boston to a 3-point lead with a reverse. But the big man of the night was Rick Smits. 31 points and 9 boards. Indiana with a 3-point advantage there. Then they start to pour it on and pull away. Reggie Miller, 21 on the night. The feed from Mark Jackson. The Pacers with a 12-point lead, and they cruise home to their 16th straight win at Market Square. The final was 116 to 108. The Celtics have lost 6 of their last 7. Phoenix and Cleveland, this was game 1 of our TNT doubleheader tonight from Gund Arena. Danny Manning making his first appearance of the year for the Suns, and he can pass. Nice look inside to Michael Finley, the rook. Suns down 4 in the first. Mike Fratello's guys were hoisting three-pointers from all over the place. Danny Ferry. How many did they hit in the first half? 10. That ties the NBA record. They hit 12 for the game. Terrell Brandon, he's an all-star for the first time, driving for 2 of his 13 points. It's 70 to 47. And then Brandon with 1 of his 11 assists. There's a sweet look inside to Michael Cage. Cleveland running away with this thing. Chris Mills leading the Cleveland attack with 23. All the Cleveland starters hit in double figures, and the Cavs win this thing going away, 107 to 85. Danny Manning, 10 points in 26 minutes. Phoenix 0-13 when they do not score 100 points. That only happened 14 times all of last year. It's not even the All-Star break yet, and it's happened 13 times this season. Let's talk about the return of Danny Manning. We've heard all about this. Now, look, when Cotton Fitzsimmons gets all his guys healthy, when Manning comes back, this is, are they counting too much on a guy coming back from a serious injury?
I mean, it's not only a serious injury, this is his second time for reconstructive surgery. And I think if they're hanging their hat on Danny Manning, they're mistaken. I really think that the Phoenix Suns should really start thinking about building this team through the draft.
Cotton Fitzsimmons in his third go-around now, 5-5 as the head coach of the Phoenix Suns. When Inside the NBA returns, we'll update that tight race for the top spot in the Midwest, and we'll profile a guy with all-star stats, but not all-star status.
I'm Rod Strickland of the Portland Trailblazers. You may not know me now, but stay tuned to Inside the NBA on TNT. Peace.
The car on the right was filled with Castrol Syntec, a full synthetic oil, the other with conventional oil. They were then drained and started without oil to prove a point. You see, Syntec has a unique molecular structure that bonds to engine parts. Lab tests show it leaves a layer of protection far stronger than conventional oil. And if Syntec protects this well now, imagine if you leave it in. Castrol Syntec protects in ways other oils can't.
Freeing me, I shall grant thee 3 wishes.
Okay, I want enormous wealth. Unbelievable. I want to be adored by women.
You have one final wish. Use it wisely.
Long life.
Still going. Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going, and
it's not just how you play the game. It's how you call for the ball.
Come on, baby, I got him. Give me the rock, baby. We got him. For the road. Yo. Ah! Looking at it, baby. Come on, hit me on. Ah! Yeah. Woo!
If you're talking my game,
you don't know, you better ask somebody.
You're talking Foot Locker.
From the Dream Team, Anthony Hardaway.
Oh, he went flying.
I'm lucky I'm on the Dream Team. We don't need your help to get to the Olympics, but there are a lot of athletes who do.
Help our athletes get there. Call now. Every donor receives official Olympic merchandise.
When they buried him, they thought they'd buried their secrets. But secrets have a way of getting out.
He's still breathing.
You know who I am. Just tell me. Robert Urich is the Lazarus Man. Premiering tomorrow night at 9 on TNT.
The NBA on TNT continues with Inside the NBA. Thanks for staying up late with us tonight. Ernie Johnson along with Reggie Theus. When it comes to the Alamo Dome, the Spurs and Timberwolves have something in common. Neither team, it seems, wants to be there. Published reports have the Spurs talking to New Orleans about a move to an arena with more luxury boxes. The Timberwolves aren't too fond of the place because they've never won there, 0-6 in fact, and they've lost 13 straight in San Antonio. And there's Kevin Garnett, the Rook. pretty nice move on the all-star Sean Elliott for a couple. David Robinson with a reverse. And then we got Temper over here. We got Googs, we got J.R. Reed, and little words, little ball, and boink. They cooled off, back to the action. Terry Porter behind the back, onward Christian Laettner. They're down 75-68 right in this game at the Alamo Dome. Robinson lurking in the paint and jamming it back down. 21 points, 10 boards, and 8 blocks on the night for the Admiral. Here's one of those 8 blocks on Christian. I'm glad you like that, Reg. And back to the Rifleman. Chuck Person knocking down a 3. San Antonio goes on to win it 101-90. That's 14 straight losses in San Antonio for Minnesota. The Spurs are 25-2 when they score at least 100 points. The Clippers and the Jazz playing at the Delta Center tonight. It's been a long drought for the Clippers in Utah, too. And now the Clippers have lost their 4th straight. Utah has won its 4th straight. And now they are 0-9 are the Clippers at the Delta Center. The mailman tonight, a triple-double. That's the first one he's ever had in his career, 27, 15, and 10. Portland and Washington at U.S. Air. Cal Ripken Jr. there to take it in. Who's coming out of that scramble? Oh, it's Rod Strickland. Portland with a 3-point lead early. Strickland, a 20-point night. Go ahead, Rod. And around big George Murison for a couple. P.J. Carlesimo's guys had the halftime lead. And then Washington outscored them 41-21 in the 3rd quarter. The rookie Rasheed Wallace, where is he? Right there he is, and he jams it back down. A huge 3rd quarter for the Bullets, and Juwan Howard, first-time All-Star, leading the way with 26. On the break, Brent Price, Juwan, he's going to have to do a lot with Chris Webber out of there. 26-point night, and George Murison, another strong night, 21 points, 16 rebounds. After the miss, stick it back in there, 77. Washington 113-97 winners over the Blazers, who have lost 3 in a row. The Bullets have won 3 in a row and have 22 wins now. They are 22-21, and last year they won a total of 21 games. Time now for the AutoZone News of the Day, and it concerns the Bullets. And, you know, they want to change the name because it's too violent, and so they're going with these suggestions out of a bunch that were sent in. The Dragons, the Express, the Sea Dogs, the Stallions, and the Wizards. I don't know what your favorite would be. I'm kind of partial to Sea Dogs, possibly because I have no idea what a Sea Dog is. But you got any favorites out of that bunch?
Well, if they say the Stallions, they're going to have to play the game in the Speedos or something.
Heaven forbid. How about on a serious note, this team, again, you know, it looks like you fight through some injuries. You got Webber back in. You got Mark Price back in there. Now, Price is talking possible retirement because of his foot, and Webber finally went ahead and had the surgery, and they're without him. What's up with this team?
Well, first of all, I think Webber did the right thing by not getting his surgery early. Now he knows that surgery is something he has to get done, and now he has the rest of the season and all summer to get ready for next year. I think it was the right thing to do.
I think it was, too. He's seen what a guy like Dale Davis, in fact, has gone through in the past. When Dale didn't get it operated on, it kept on popping out, and he was of no use to that team.
Well, this is a team also that, you know, if they do all the right things in the next year or so, they could be pretty good.
And they got an all-star in Juwan Howard for the first time. Now, when the all-star reserves were named this week, Rod Strickland's name came up because he didn't make it, and that snub by the Western Conference coaches ticked him off. Strickland's never been a choir boy, but opponents have sung his praises as one of the best point guards out there. Here's Kevin Kiley.
Rod Strickland has performed at the all-star level.
Here comes Rod. Hello, 2 more.
He's total package.
Well, here it is, and there you go.
You know, you'd be like sitting on the bench like, dang, how do you do that?
Rod splits the D over the top. How did he do that?
As you watch Rod Strickland play, it's clear he's among the top point guards in the NBA. This season, his numbers, well, he's hovering around 20 points a game and 10 assists. He has the respect of the coaches in the NBA. He's feared by the players that play against him and respected by his own teammates. The Portland fans love him, and yet nationally, he has never been voted to the All-Star team. Why?
Maybe I don't have the pizzazz or the showmanship, you know, that some of those guys have. And, you know, I just go out and play every night and do my job. And, you know, I don't know. I guess I don't have that type of personality or something. I don't know. I really don't know how to even pinpoint that.
I'm just an ordinary, average
And then I think you got to become a good guy. That's one thing you have to do. You have to just change your attitude and become a good guy. And I think Rod got it all in him. You know, he's just getting the bad end of the stick right now. But what I say is I went through it, and I think you just have to play basketball.
Well, I don't think I would ever compromise myself. You know, I'm comfortable with myself and how I am. And, you know, if what I do on the court is not enough, then, you know, so be it.
In terms of what he's doing on the floor, I don't know that there's much more he can do.
He got a nice game. I think he's a real silky, smooth, quiet guy.
Game in and game out, Rod comes in, he passes the ball, he scores, he plays defense, and, you know, he rebounds. I mean, he does just about everything out on the floor.
He's got a chance to average 20 points and 10 assists this year for us. I mean, that's incredible offensive performance. He's one of the top guards in the league, definitely having a great year this year. Very explosive, can penetrate, nice ball handling skills, can shoot the jump shot. He has the whole package, and he's definitely a force to be reckoned with in the league.
My goal is to try to go out there every night and be consistent and try to do a little bit of everything. You know, scoring, set my teammates up, rebounding, try to play decent defense. You know, so I try to play a pretty much all-around game.
Do you sense a frustration in him that he doesn't get the notoriety and the All-Star thing he deserves?
I think any player at this level, particularly the great ones, they got a burning desire to succeed, and you got to want to be recognized. To me, it would seem to have to hurt to play as well and to work as hard and to come as far as he's come and not get more recognition. I would think it's got to bother you. I can't say that Rod has shared that with me or has said that to me, but I got to think it's disappointing to him.
I mean, obviously, I would have loved to, you know, be on the All-Star team, but it didn't happen. And, you know, all I can say is, yeah, it's disappointing, a little frustrating, but life goes on.
Rod Strickland a little more sedate there. Immediately after the reserves were announced, he was saying, look, I am so mad now, if I ever get voted to the thing, I'm not going to go. And does he have an argument? Check it out. The numbers among the point guards, and you see him compared with the guys who have made the Western Conference All-Star team, and certainly it appears that Rod Strickland would have a case to be made there. What's your take on him and why he is not an All-Star, even though a lot of guards out there say, I don't want to face the guy?
Well, you know, first of all, Ernie, I think that there's a guy that's had a lot of different you know, attitudes over the years, and I don't think coaches give him the respect he deserves. I think that he didn't make the All-Star team because Jason Kidd has a great PR firm working for him, and the All-Star balloting, I think, is a farce. It should be 1/3 players, 1/3 fans, and 1/3 coaches. There should be no voting from overseas, and the players should have to play a certain amount of games to even be considered.
A lot of times it's popularity and geography that enter into that equation. Speaking of All-Star Weekend, TNT, the place to be, next Friday and Saturday nights. Hope you'll join us. And if you surf the internet, you can get all the All-Star news you need at the home court of the NBA, NBA.com. And for the next week, you have the chance to vote on who you think will take individual honors at the All-Star Weekend. We'll tabulate the votes and we'll announce your winners next Friday night, right here on TNT. Coming up on Inside the NBA, we're going to spotlight the showdown at the Forum tonight. Michael and Magic, back in a minute.
$10 minutes? Perfect. I'll see you then. Ah, the bubbly. Thank you, buddy. Your door's up. No. 9 minutes. Close. Yes. I got a date in 4.5 minutes.
You flowers?
Hey! Hello. Just a technical problem.
Barry, what's going on in there?
The American Express card. Don't leave home without it.
So this is what you do every day, huh? For a baby. Like this. Not like this. It's not so bad. Maybe...
For the man with sensitive skin, Schick introduces the new Tracer FX.
This is the sensitive part? Right here? Good.
With its unique skin guard designed for a smooth shave with less irritation.
Think I'm getting the hang of it.
The shaving system for sensitive skin. Schick Tracer FX.
You guys are so sensitive. What's the big deal?
Lang Appliance Service is service that satisfies. This comes from over 40 years' experience handling repairs on almost every major appliance. At Lang's, we'll fit our service into your busy schedule. Remember, Lang Appliance Service is your factory-authorized parts and service representative for all InSinkErator products. So call Lang Appliance Service at 971-0534 for service that satisfies.
It's that time of the night that our hard-working loggers yearn for. Who found the Foot Locker play of the day? Well, I'll tell you who made it was Nick Van Exel in Game 2 of our doubleheader from the Great Western Forum. How sweet is that? Nothing but twine. And Bo Estes, for the second time, is the logger who found the Foot Locker play of the day. Bo Estes, the self-proclaimed #1 logger at TNT Sports. Now, the last time they met, Magic Johnson and his Lakers watched Michael Jordan and his Chicago buddies claim the NBA crown. The Game 5 clincher in '91 came at the Forum. Tonight, that was again the venue as two living NBA legends hooked up for what will be the only time in this regular season. The 40-3 Bulls took their 17-game winning streak to Los Angeles. An electric atmosphere. Magic would come off the bench again. Michael, of course, assuming his starting role as always. Eddie Jones early for the Lakers with a two-hander. Lakers with a 2-point lead, and Magic kind of get them pumped up. Eldon Campbell, Eddie Jones again. He's got some hops. Lakers on top by 5. And then Magic checks in, and the flash bulbs are going and the fans are roaring. And then Michael gets Eddie Jones up in the air for 2 of his 17. Magic having to contend with the worm, Dennis Rodman. And gets the roll with the lefty hook. Game tied at 28. Magic again to the paint. This time Scottie Pippen, who had a huge game with 30 points, swats it away. Michael just holding that thing out there like a tennis ball and throwing it out to Pippen, who knocks it down. It's 57-41. Phil Jackson's guys in control. Lakers still trying to make some run. Nick Van Exel again to Eddie Jones, and they're down by 12. Scottie, look, Ma, not even looking. How sweet is that? Pippen with a 30-point night. And Dennis Rodman, let's not forget the worm, who had 23 rebounds on the night. That's his season high. His career high, by the way, is 34. And the Bulls win it. Michael and Magic, a special night for those two guys. And 99-84, the final score. Chicago winning by 15, and they are 41-3. And the comparison now between Michael and Magic on the night, 17-7-7 for Michael. Magic, who almost had a triple-double his first time out against Golden State, gets 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. The statistical battle won by Michael, and the Bulls win the game, too, 18 straight. What feeling did you come away? What did we learn about both of these teams from what we saw tonight, Reg?
Well, I thought the hype was great.
Oh, yeah, you can't beat it.
You know, the game didn't even come close to living up to what the hype was all about. Michael Jordan said it best, that Magic Johnson was going to suffer in the consistency bracket until he gets into NBA shape, and that's really what's happened tonight. The next
only the next game for the Lakers is Sunday night. Again, they're at home. Karl Malone and the Utah Jazz head in, and that should be something to see. We head to the fourth quarter on Inside the NBA. Coming up, we'll look back at some of January's more memorable moments. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
Yo, brother, if you're not watching Monday Nitro, you're missing the biggest, baddest wrestling show ever on TV. My Pythons are pumped every Monday night at 9, ringside and 100% live, exclusively on TNT.
There's a place where UV rays beat down so mercilessly they're nearly twice as intense as the sun's. No, it's not some blazing spot in the equator. It's the Dutch Boy Paint Testing Facility, where we test our exterior house paints to make sure they resist fading, blistering, and peeling. It's one of over 75 tests we do to make sure that when you buy Dutch Boy, you're not just getting a paint that looks beautiful, you're getting a paint that lasts. We guarantee it. Give your home the lasting look of Dutch Boy.
This is incredible.
Incredible.
What is it?
The double supreme cheeseburger. It's new. Brand new.
Same kind of stuff as the Big Mac.
Yeah, but I like this better.
Oh, that's because Burger King flame broils them.
It's got a lot more beef. A lot more beef.
Gonna take all lunch hour to finish one.
The Burger King Double Supreme Cheeseburger. Less bread and 75% more beef than the Big Mac. And it's flame broiled, never fried. With fries and a drink, just $2.99.
Well, back to work. What's the rush?
I don't think we're gonna be too busy.
Maybe Burger King won't advertise it.
Relax. You are now entering a stress-free zone. A free breakfast will be prepared for you daily. You will rest in a comfortable 2-room suite. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Unwind with complimentary evening beverages and enjoy yourself here, because eventually you'll have to go back out there. Embassy Suites, twice the hotel. Call 1-800-EMBASSY.
Time for a new cobalt blue bench-style front seat cover for your 78 Mercury Zephyr? Try to find that puppy at your everyday auto parts store. Welcome to Pep Boys, one of the biggest parts stores ever, with thousands more parts and accessories for more cars. More seat covers, floor mats, additives, and things smaller stores just can't fit. And of course, more name brand parts with lifetime warranties and a low price guarantee. Come to Pep Boys and drive away happy.
We head to the fourth quarter of Inside the NBA, a doubleheader Friday night here on TNT. Intriguing matchup at the Garage in Vancouver tonight. The Nets, the worst shooting team in the NBA. The Grizzlies, the lowest scoring. By popular demand, we present the highlights from General Motors Place. And Sean Bradley meets Grizz for the first time, and then Bradley working on Big Country, and then Bradley tips it in for him. 12-9 Vancouver in the first. Kendall Gill up top. Nets on top by 1 in the first. Look at Reeves drawing a lot of company. And then Greg Anthony, Vancouver's leading scorer, cuts the New Jersey lead to 2. Byron Scott, 27 points on the night, 69-63 Nets in the fourth quarter. Armin Gilliam, 29 points on the night. He's New Jersey's leading scorer, and he comes up with a clutch jumper right there. The Nets, in their first meeting ever with Vancouver, 93-84 winners at the Garage. You see Gilliam with the 29-point night. The Raptors and the Golden State Warriors tonight. Oakland Coliseum Arena, the site, and there you got Damon Stoudemire, Mighty Mouse, and you got the #1 pick, Joe Smith. Jerome Kersey, feeding Joe. He's had a lot better year than a lot of people realize. Carlos Rogers driving against his old teammates from Golden State. Tracy Murray doing some damage inside. 39-38 was the count. Warriors up by 1. Joe Smith about to tear that thing down. B.J. Armstrong. All right, let's wait on B.J. and let Joe block. He's in the top 15 in the league in block shots. There's our buddy B.J. Armstrong knocking down the buzzer beater 3. And then going up top to Joe Smith. The Raptors hanging around. They still got a chance in this thing. Damon Stoudemire. Has he taken over the front-runner role for Rookie of the Year? Possibly. It's 107-106. Rick Adelman's guys on top. But then Toronto still has a chance late. Willie Anderson for the tie when they're down 3. Won't get there. Ollie Miller wants it and hits it after the buzzer. The red light was on, gang. Sorry about that. 114-111. Golden State hangs on to keep the Raptors from sweeping the season series. That would have been a kick. 114-111. Golden State over Toronto. Time now for the Isuzu Look Ahead, and we do this in honor of our colleague Chuck Daly, who once coached at Punxsutawney High School from 1955 through 63 and probably made his guys practice on Groundhog Day. Punxsutawney Phil came out this morning, or was taken out this morning, saw his shadow. It means we got 6 more weeks of winter. That is the Isuzu Look Ahead. It also means we have 6 more minutes of the show. We follow that look ahead with a quick look back at the month just completed. Some of January's more memorable moments coming at you.
Johnson returns to the NBA.
That's the way the month of January ended, with the return of Magic Johnson. February began with the showdown tonight at the Great Western Forum. Michael and Magic, the Bulls winning that game. But I know NBA fans all over the place were thrilled with what they saw this week. You, as a friend of Magic Johnson, what was your take on all that we saw, Reg?
Well, Ernie, my final thoughts is all about Magic Johnson, and I've enjoyed being a small part of Magic's comeback. His son deserves to see his dad play the game that he's given so much to. He kept his trademark smile, and the joy that Magic brought fans over the years will always be his legacy. He stood up and dealt with the HIV virus openly, and now he gives thanks to God for giving him the opportunity to maintain the hard work and his health, but most of all, to pursue his dream to play again. And in Magic's own words, my comeback is for every handicapped person that's ever had any type of adversity. Put it in God's hands and never give up.
Well said, partner. It's been quite a week in the NBA. Coming up next week, more NBA on TNT. The Bulls and the Suns, Tuesday night on TNT. On Wednesday, it's a doubleheader. The Magic and the Pistons will get together. And in Game 2 of that doubleheader, the Lakers are back. Magic and the guys taking on the New Jersey Nets. And then it's the All-Star break, and we're all over the place in San Antonio. 1-hour show on Friday and All-Star Saturday with all the festivities, slam dunk, $3 million shot, rookie game. We got it all on TNT. All-Star Weekend from San Antonio, Texas. Coming up next on TNT, So Fine, starring Ryan O'Neal. And that is a wrap for Inside the NBA and a wrap for a magical week on TNT. For Reggie Theus, for our entire crew, we bid you a good night from Atlanta.
Leading sports television into the 21st century, this has been an exclusive presentation of Turner Sports.